sky is falling. So it seems like, anyways.
Damn.
Heard a lot of negativity on Twitter after a series loss to the Astros and then an off day. It seems like I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the 10-7, 10-8, what are we? 10-8,
11-8.
11-8. Thank you.
Yeah,
the 11-8 Blue Jays are now bad. Apparently,
we're fourth place. We're fourth place in the division.
Yeah, it's just tough. We're also still in a playoff spot, despite the fact that we're fourth in the division.
Fuck the
It
AL.
is also still April.
It is also April.
April 21st.
April 21st.
Not even a month in.
No. Welcome back to the Flight Deck Podcast. We don't overreact here most of the time, unless Kevin does something good. Then we overreact.
Oh, always.
Game one of that series did not look pretty. Kevin Gausman went. Kevin Gausman left.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say. Wasn't a good start. It seemed like they might have had something on Gausman.
I don't even think he was tipping.
No. Maybe they were just sitting on fastball. I don't know.
They didn't seem like they were like swinging at a splitter at all.
At all.
No.
So that kind of seems like they might have had something, but
I think they might have had something, but who knows?
Might have been just as simple as saying, yeah, if it's low, it's probably the splitter. Just take it.
Yeah. I'm not saying the Astros are back to their cheating ways by any means, but any team can pick up something.
Yeah.
And they might have had something on Kevin Gausman because it did not look good right from the first inning onwards.
But hey, shout out to him because he gave up 7 in the first and then hung in there for what, 5?
I think it was 4.
Probably should not have.
4 2/3, I think it was.
Well, you don't want the bullpen shooting up that much, and he limited the damage the rest of the way too. So
yeah, that's fine.
That helps the pen.
Yeah, that's good.
You take it. It is what it is. Took a loss.
He seemed to have made an adjustment too afterwards. So
yeah, that was good.
Is this the game that Anthony Bass came into?
Yes, because ladies and gentlemen, we now have our Ozuna from the Braves moment. Because Anthony Bass, I just like to point out, he's still going on about this.
Yeah, he quote tweeted Tommy Lauren.
Yeah, it's not great.
I was on his side until he quote tweeted Tommy Lauren, and now I'm off.
Fucking, you jumped off.
I'm on his wife's side, if that helps, but not his side. Fair. If that makes sense.
Is Ozuna from the Braves even the worst one? Because where were the Jays when Reese McGuire played like his first? Was it the Braves and they played Beat It when he walked up to the plate? Because I think that's better.
Yeah, that's probably
Ozuna from the Braves.
That's probably more accurate than Ozuna from the Braves. I think similar, but
so great.
Yeah. What did the commentator say specifically?
It was Anthony Bass on to clean it up.
Right. He did not.
He did not.
Anthony Bass kind of stinks, eh?
Yeah.
Tough start.
I know, like, obviously the conversation surrounding him right now is the popcorn thing because he brought it up. Not enough people are talking about how bad his start has been.
Is this ERA under 7?
I think it was. Don't know if it is anymore. I also don't know if he's been in a game where he hasn't given up a run. Just gotta double check that. But as of right now, I can't remember a game. He has 1, 2, 3 appearances.
He's got a 7.36 ERA.
Yeah, he's got 3 appearances of his, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 of 9 that he hasn't given up a run.
I think I can just, it was an opening day, the home opener, and then
he did not give up one in the home opener.
Yeah, I knew that because he came into the 9th in the home opener.
And he gave up one on the opening day.
Oh, shit.
It was the April 2nd that he did, the 3rd game of the series. He didn't give up a run. He did give up 2 hits, though.
All right.
And then the 1 game against Kansas City. But he's given up a run in every other appearance since. He's been bad.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. And that's a guy you kind of relied on to be a high leverage guy. So apart from the fact that he's causing problems off the field, his play on the field has been terrible.
No, it has not been great.
I don't love that right now. I don't think he's a guy you're going to DFA at any point because there's probably guys lower on the pecking order than Anthony Bass, but Anthony Bass is a guy that needs to figure it out in a hurry.
Somehow there's lower guys in the pecking order.
I think you got. I'm not sure how much he's making, but I'm pretty sure it's a decent money tied up in him too.
It's negligible, maybe.
Did he? He didn't get a ton of money, did he?
No, I don't.
He signed a multi-year deal with the Marlins, so
It was 2 year, $5 million.
okay, so that's not much then, right?
He's making 3 this year,
Okay.
so that's fine. I don't know. Once we hit May, I think you're kind of going to see some moves being made in this bullpen, and as of right now, I think Bass is on a spot where you may or may not look at getting rid of him. It could hurt you down the stretch, but as of right now, and he's not pitching well.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know. It's tough.
I feel like now is as good a time as any to just bring up that Nate Pearson's K rate in the minors right now is 50%.
I think that's pretty good, right?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, just casually having the whip barely over 1. Like,
what is his walk rate?
His walk rate. He's 4 walks.
In how many years?
7 1/3.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
Not
For him, that's
not
pretty
Four
good.
walks to 15 strikeouts. Like
That's not bad.
giving up 2 earned. So
Call him up.
Can we talk about for a second that it's what are we 3 weeks into the season and we have made 2 roster moves?
And they're the same move.
and one of them, they're the same move.
Yeah, that's crazy, unheard of.
It was just loop low for Luke's and then Luke's for loop low.
Yeah, I don't love it, but also
I mean, this is kind of what we expected.
I was hoping that you wouldn't have to make too many moves is kind of the main idea there is ideally the team is good enough that you don't have to worry about it.
No.
It's usually going to be in your pen this time of year, right? And
yeah,
the only guy you're really going to send down is Pop because he's got the options.
and he hasn't been bad enough to
the
send
way
down.
he's pitching, you're not going to send him down.
No,
I think the only other guy that he can send down is Simber. I think we've talked about this before.
I'd
I
send
think.
Simber
I think we did.
Yeah, I think Simber's the only one that can be.
I don't mind sending Zimmer down.
I don't either, but like that's just.
I don't know. The back half of this bullpen that was supposed to just be like maybes, all of them seem to be no's right now.
Yeah. And all of the guys in AAA that were maybes are
seem to be carving in AAA and AA. So
granted, it's AAA, but like
yeah, for sure.
Obviously, is a little bit different.
It is.
it's a
It
little
is.
Bit, just a little
There's
bit.
a guy in San Diego who found that out last night.
Yeah.
True. All right.
True.
Hey, he did make a great running catch.
Did
though.
not go 5 for 6 with 4 homers or whatever in the majors. So
He did make a great running catch. He actually looks like a decent outfielder now.
come on now.
Let's not give him that much credit.
He looked capable on one play. I'll say that.
He should. He's athletic as shit.
Yeah.
Enough about that guy.
Yeah. Okay. Enough of game 1.
Let's talk about Chris Bassett.
Yeah.
I still don't love when Chris Bassett's on the mound because I'm stressed as shit.
Yeah. I mean,
But
that's
he's gotten it done for the last 3 starts now.
yeah.
He had one that was shaky.
It was
The first one of the year was
one of the year.
a little more than shaky. It was bad.
It was bad. And
Downright bad.
Then he faced the Angels and went like 6 innings, gave up 2 or 3. Like
Yeah.
and then Tigers, he gave up 2 or 3, I think, in that one in 5 or 6. And then against the Astros, 6 1/3, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks, no runs.
Got our only win of the series.
Yep.
I have
Shouldn't
I have minimal. I did say like 2 episodes ago that eventually we'd talk about Chris Bassett more.
Yeah.
And I think we can talk about him here because I am getting more and more confident about what Chris Bassett has become.
Game 2, Chris Bassett. Oh,
Well, he has to
no.
fight Barrios for it,
You last week. I remember this. It was Monday.
Huh?
When you were grilling me on who you trust the most, I said Bassett second, and you fucking laughed at me.
Yeah, because Kikuchi's better. I still believe it.
Stop it.
Barrios had a better start against the Astros too.
Do this. All right. Well.
So yeah.
Vlad and Chappie went deep to the opposite field because apparently opposite field things now are bad according to our fan base.
Matt Chapman has 4 homers.
I believe, yes.
I think 3 of them have been opposite field. I heard.
Yeah.
Was that Vladdy's fourth too?
I think it was Vladdy's third.
The fact that Chappie's hitting opposite field bombs is incredible.
Yeah,
That guy was dead pull last year.
Yeah.
He had 18 opposite field hits last year, and he's got like 8 or 9 already this year.
That's nuts. We're in April.
It's definitely an approach thing. Like he looks a lot
Well,
more confident.
The approach, the toe tap, there's a whole lot going on with Matt Chapman, and it looks like it might be legit. I don't know if he keeps up this pace for the entire year, but I think the way he's hitting can translate over 162.
He's the kind of guy you needed to step up, losing Lourdes and Teo. Like,
Yeah.
he's the guy you needed, and
Yeah.
he's doing it. So let's hope
He's
some of these
fill-
other
he's-
guys can help fill the voids too. But so far,
He's
so
filling
good.
Teoscar's offensive output hands down. Like, it's not really a question. Lourdes' spot really wasn't hard to fill, and I think guys like Kiermaier and Varsho are going to fill that easily. But Teo was your 4-hitter last year, and Chappie looks like he's the best hitter on your team so far this year. So you're not losing anything there, which is great. Turned out perfectly. What else we got, Connor? I haven't even looked at this.
I mean, we had the most hilarious hit and run with 0-2 with Brandon Belt running and Whit Merrifield hitting, and it somehow worked naturally. And come to find out, apparently wasn't called. Brandon Belt just ran.
Nice.
It just ended up working.
Well, speed guy.
Fuck it.
How many outs were there?
There was 2.
Speed guy.
I don't hate it.
Pretty sure there was
On
2.
an 0-2 count.
On an 0-2
Speed-
count. I'm pretty
Speed
sure
guy.
Don't hate it. What's a good bat to ball guy? So
If he throws a ball there, you're hosed though.
Oh, dude, like I've seen the replay. Brandon Belt's maybe a quarter of the way up the line by the time Martin Maldonado would have got the ball.
Speed guy. Speed guy. Team move. Love it.
Yeah.
Our lefty specialist faced 2 lefties.
2 lefties, and did he get any of
Didn't
them?
get either one of them.
Nope.
Couple singles. Hard hit singles. Do we have the conversation about this lefty specialist again, or
No, because it's a broken record at this point.
I don't
our
understand.
bullpen isn't great. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, like
It's off to a
room
slow
for
start.
improvement.
Mhm.
We got 3 guys that are pitching great. We got
Mm-hmm.
1 guy that's pitching good and is surprised, and then it's kind of everyone else.
And then it's just everybody else. Yes.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the last 2 years, the bullpens have started so well and then just shit the bed. I think I'd prefer this. Just get all the shit out of the way early. Like,
I think collectively we can say the bullpen hasn't pitched to their potential,
no.
and we're still
No.
11-7, 11-8.
Well,
You're
neither
right.
is a rotation. Like
Exactly.
No.
The fact that
let's-
we're 11-8 is fucking insane.
Yeah, let's all relax a little bit. And
So I think we'll be fine. I just want to be angry about a handful of relievers. That's just all it is.
Yeah. Which I feel. Well, Romano got a 4-out save because Mesa. So
Yeah.
that's good. And then
Huge.
that brings us to game 3.
I have a lot more to say about Game 3 than I do the other.
Yeah, I think we all do. Just gonna start it. Jose Barrios.
Phenomenal.
He's fucking back. I'm saying
Phenomenal.
he's back.
Maybe not yet.
He's back.
Cannot confirm it
Okay.
tonight because he only had 3 Ks. So I'm not going to say he's back, but he's getting there for sure. He was under 80 pitches through 7.
yeah,
He didn't come out for the
he was,
8th.
he was right around
He
80.
finished with 7.
He was like 77, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
77.
77 pitches through 7 innings, and he didn't come out for the 8th in a 1-run ball game.
Before
Everyone
we
can
get-
look at John Schneider's move and be like, oh, why would you bring Pop in here? Why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't you do that? There's zero reason to take Jose Barrios out of that game. I understand that in 2023, we just don't really let starters go anymore. When you're at 77 pitches, he's carving apart that lineup. They have
Meanwhile,
nothing.
like last start or the start, like 2 starts ago, Chris Bassett threw 110.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. I don't understand moving off of Barrios at all.
and Jose got the memo. Who caught that game? Was it Jano or Kirk?
Kirk.
Okay, well, just keep Kirk with him. Like
Sure.
I've seen it
Well, Jano caught the
don't-
game before.
because Kirk did something that we've been calling for literally 1,000 years.
Hmm.
Jose Barrios only threw 10 four-seamers that entire game.
Pretty good.
He was throwing his four-seamer well, like the last start.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
how
say
good he was.
Jano
weird.
caught him the game before, and he had like
Yeah,
9 Ks.
there were a lot of people making comments about that. Was it a 2-run double in the I think it was
First
second
inning?
First inning.
It was the
First
second.
inning?
No, it was the second.
Second?
It was the second. It was the
Second.
second. He got through the first inning pretty clean.
That
Only damage all day.
bad pitch selection.
It
and a
was the
bad
four
sequence.
Yeah, they talked about it on the broadcast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we can look at this. He threw the slurve of the 77 pitches. He threw the slurve 38 times
Because it's disgusting. I think you
because
should
it's filthy.
throw it
And
40% of the time.
Average exit velocity was 79 miles an hour. The sinker, the average exit velocity was 77. Fastball average was 96. Sounds not great. And then the changeup that he threw 7 times, the average exit velocity was 76. So
So he
I think
carved.
that's fair though. You're gonna see harder exit velos on your four seamer. Like
yeah.
that's just bound to happen.
Yeah, he got there was 6 swings and only 1 whiff at the four-seamer. So it's great.
He carved.
He did carve.
Regardless of how he did it, he carved.
And John
and
John
got
Schneider
yanked.
said, "No, sir, you are not going 8 innings."
Yeah, like
I-
we talked. Nate mentioned earlier about trying to preserve the bullpen in that first game by letting Gosman go. This was the perfect opportunity to use nobody from the bullpen. Give Barrios 1 more inning,
And you go straight to Romano.
and you don't even have to go to Romano because they lost. They didn't put up a run. It would not have mattered. There was no bottom of the ninth to be had because they lost.
That's right.
If you
I see
if
it.
you,
I get it, but like
Mhm.
I think I said this a couple weeks ago or a week
Mhm.
ago, whatever, after the 5-inning start where he took going off in the I think it was his last start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tampa.
You gotta kind of get him out of there with confidence, I think, though. Like don't let
sure.
I don't want to let it go to the point where he could have that implosion.
But you have Pop ready. I'm not
No,
saying
I get
like
it.
give him
I
the
get
inning
it.
and go.
I'm just saying, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Sure.
I would have liked to see him stay out, but I think it's still early in the season. His
Right.
pitch count isn't super high, but it is elevated. You're in the 7th inning or end of the 7th, so you're coming into the 8th. You
Mhm.
trusted what Pop's done all year.
Mhm.
I think I don't hate the move.
We can talk about Pop in a
would have
second.
liked to
We'll
see-
get to that.
I would
but
have liked to see Barrios go longer, but
Yeah.
I don't hate the move.
on the flip side of that, though, in the confidence thing, if you've carved for 7 innings, you're still under 80 pitches, and your manager goes, it's a close game. We're going to take you out.
For
Don't you think that's a
reference-
little bit of a hit?
And here's where I am now even more pissed now that I'm actually seeing when he got where in the lineup he got taken out. He didn't
It
get
was at the
taken
bottom.
out. He didn't get taken out of like
Yeah.
Rodon, but it was Myers, Maldonado, Dubon.
Yeah.
And you take him out.
That's what I mean. I would have given him at least 8, 9.
I
And
would
if he
give him-
gets
Yeah.
if he gets
like,
through 8 and 9 clean, then you give him 1. And if 1 gets on, then you throw in Pop or even Romano.
you go, yeah, because it would have been say like Dubon gets on, it would be Pop against Bregman. I like that matchup.
Sure.
Like
Well, it didn't work out.
it
very
didn't
well,
work out, but
But you might not have to get there if you leave Barrios. I didn't like it. Now, the move was Pop, and I heard complaints about Pop from specific regions of Blue Jays Nation.
Yeah.
I don't hate using Pop in that scenario. He's been
No.
phenomenal.
John Schneider, I think most people,
If
I
you-
think some people were clamoring for him to be used more in the
Mhm.
high leverage.
If they take the lead in the top of that inning, which we haven't talked about, we should. It's not Zach Pop coming in.
No.
It's Eric Swanson. Swanson was also loose.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
I think you're down in the game. It's still a leverage situation.
Yeah.
You at the bottom of the order. Like the kids
Swanson hasn't been
throwing
used
great.
since Saturday.
Did
did I hear that right?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember him pitching against
It would make sense because he didn't pitch the Sunday because it was a blowout.
and I don't remember him against Houston.
Well, they didn't need him because the first game was a blowout. Second game, we blew out the other way. And then,
No. Second game was
Well,
4-2.
well, it was 4-0 at one point, wasn't it? And then they scored 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 2 in the 8th off.
There wasn't really a need for him. And then, well, the only reason it was 4-2 was because of the Mesa thing combo. And then the last game was a blowout. So you don't really, well, it wasn't a blowout. But
So yeah, his last game was against Tampa.
I like giving Pop looks in the high leverage spot to see, especially against one of the best teams in the majors. I know they're not having the best start, but I want to see Pop against teams that matter to
And
see
that's
if
one
he's usable.
that's got to be one of the lower high leverage situations you got right now.
Yeah,
too,
you're
right?
still
Like,
losing.
You're down a run. It's the bottom of the lineup. And
Mhm.
honestly, I don't think he pitched terribly.
He got the first 2 outs like quick.
Yeah.
Like, just
And then Dubon singled correct, and then he
Yeah.
walked Bregman, I think.
and then he walked.
He had 11 pitches through
And-
5 batters.
And that
crazy.
pitch to Jose Abreu was a good slider. It's off the plate. Ideally, you're a couple more inches off the plate, but look at the swing Jose Abreu put on it. Like, that's just a veteran hitter making things work. Like, that's not a good swing. He just hit a bloop over the infield. Like, that's gonna happen in a 162 game season.
Yeah, he ran into trouble when he got to the hitters that can hit. Like the Kyle Tucker at bat was against him too, right? Was that
No, that was Simber.
You got Simber? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything
Last-
before that was he
last
ran
batter
into
was,
trouble when you got the professional hitters that have won World Series before.
Yeah, Pop's last
Abreu,
batter
but-
was the Abreu at bat. Like,
Yeah.
It is what it is. You take it. I don't have a problem with him in that situation. I would like to see it now as opposed to waiting until July or August when games are a little more meaningful. You see what you have now in Zach Pop, and maybe he can't be a high leverage guy. I don't know if that opportunity showed us that yet, but as of what we saw there, I didn't love it. And we'll see where he's at going forward. But outside of that game, he's been incredible. His stuff has been lethal. He's used it well. He's gotten us out of a lot of jams so far. So it was worth giving him a look. I don't hate that. I do hate having the bases loaded with none out and getting absolutely nothing. That's where the blame in this
That was
game should
tough.
be. We shouldn't be talking about Zach Pop at this point.
no, like that.
And like, great piece of hitting by Kirk to start the inning off. I like the pinch run, and then hell of a piece of hitting by Merrifield. That single down the line, and then you get Kiermaier on after him, and
Kiermaier
Lucas.
walks, and then
You have probably the 3 fastest guys in that lineup on the bases,
and then Luke walks,
and the top of your order up.
Like,
You gotta put a ball in the air to the outfield.
I can't even blame George. He got to a 3-2 count and fucking rifled one. Like,
Oh no,
George is
was
fine. George had a good
No,
at bat. He stapled that one. It just wrong spot.
and
That's all it
then
was.
and then our
Oh,
boy.
get in the box.
Yeah, thank you. He got a
Why are you
fucking violation.
Why are you taking a strike in that situation? Like that.
Against-
That's just stupid.
He had all the time in the world too. That's the first pitch of the at bat.
It's against Brian
Yeah.
Abreu. Like,
You get an extra 30 seconds, don't you? Between at bats or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you have so much
You
time.
have 30 seconds to get from
In
the on
essence,
deck
he had-
circle to the
he had-
box.
he had 38 seconds to be engaged.
Yeah. They were showing the replay like 6 times, and apparently Bo just didn't get in the box in that time. I didn't think it
I
should
know
never
it's
be
a-
an issue on the first pitch.
I know
Never.
it's a goofy rule,
No.
but I haven't seen the replay. But was Abreu like even on the mound when Bo got called for it?
I don't know.
Because that's
Maybe.
one that I hate is that
When they're not ready to.
they're not ready, but you have
Sure.
to be. Like,
Yeah. Sure.
What,
But
I've
the
thought
rules
this
there.
before,
The
like,
rules there. Plain and
it is
simple.
there. Like, but like it's just annoying. Like,
What do you guys think of this? So you have your one timeout. If you get called for a pitch clock violation as a hitter, you should lose your timeout. If you have your timeout intact, I think you should lose your timeout rather than being
Right.
called for a strike.
You don't have
that
to
be your
call it. It would just automatically. I don't hate
yeah,
it.
because that
Like, you have your timeout.
Mhm.
It's you don't want a strike to be called. That's not what anyone wants in that situation.
No, I don't hate that. I can't see them doing it. I think it's worked well
No, I don't
for the
see.
most
I
part.
don't see them doing it either. But
I don't hate the. Honestly, I think mid-season we're not going to be talking about this because I think that situation shouldn't happen very often. I don't
that's
know
just a
why you're not
bonehead
in the
play,
box.
though. That's
on
just
the
a bonehead play.
yeah on the first pitch of the at bat.
Like, you have so much time to get in there. Just get in. The
I can
fucking
see if it's in the
box.
middle of an at bat, maybe even then. Like with runners on, you've got 20 seconds or 25.
it's 20.
You have 20 seconds to.
Well,
so
I think
12.
So,
So
you
you
have
have
the extra.
12
You have
seconds.
the extra 5 seconds too.
Mm-hmm. So if even with runners on base, you have 12 seconds once the clock
He had
restarts to get back in the
scratch
box
it.
and
He
be
had
locked in.
42 seconds. Shout out Jackie
Yeah.
Robinson. He had 42 seconds.
That's nuts, man.
What are you
It's
doing?
nuts. I don't know.
You putting
I
more
don't
pine tar on
know.
your bat? Like,
I don't know how you get.
Not that-
How do you
not
get to
that
that point
that
and not call a
killed-
time
I don't
out
even.
either? Is
You know what?
kinda-
I don't even like the
Not
Vlad
that that
bat.
killed anything either, but
Like,
Well, it put him
Right.
0-1 instantly against a
put him
guy that
0-1,
was just humming
humming.
90 sliders.
no, I'm just saying I don't think that killed the inning or anything, but it's just
No.
like I think that's something you have to talk about. Like that's
like
just
genuinely,
a bonehead play.
I don't put any of that inning on George or Vlad because they had like 10 pitch
Oh,
at
Vlad.
bats.
Yeah, Vlad had a great at bat.
Like,
Maybe it didn't kill the inning much, but Bo's a guy that should be able to put the bat on the ball, and he does it a lot.
yeah, just
Putting him down 0-1 doesn't really help.
No, because the deeper he gets into counts, his average like plummets. Like
Mhm.
him 0-0 or like no strikes on him is
Yeah.
when he rakes.
I know. Like, I guess I may have like suggested this, or somebody's may have suggested this. In that situation, Bo, just fucking start your 2-strike approach.
Just
like
put the ball in play.
just literally no fucking
Ideally.
like kick, just
Uh.
all hips and arms. Like
I can't remember if he did or not. I don't remember the
nah,
at-bat
Bo
all that
was
well.
They're-
full bowing.
There are three best hitters outside of Chapman.
Outside
but
of
like
Chapman.
going into this year, that there are three best hitters. One of them has to be able to just drive a ball to the outfield.
Well, Vlad did, but it was the
It doesn't
wrong
matter
time
at
for
that
it.
point.
And in fairness, George hit it on the screws. He hit it straight.
Yeah, he
as
did.
opposed
He
to
had a
in the
tough
air.
series, but like you gotta do that. Like I'm not trying to blame anyone in particular, but like
Your approach
just
needs
as
to
a
be getting the
hitter,
ball in the air.
you don't need to take the lead in that at bat.
No.
Just tie the game. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Literally tight.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not an ideal situation. In fairness, they put up one run the entire game. Obviously it doesn't look good when you have none out, bases loaded, and get nothing, but they did nothing all game long. Luis Garcia just carved them apart.
Just carved.
Oh, dude. Luis
He had
Garcia
7 Ks in 3 innings.
That was a cutter and a slider, and it's just like just call it
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
day. Like
Crazy.
well, clearly,
Yeah.
well, this is all
He had
that showed
7
me.
Ks the first time through the lineup.
Yeah.
That's all I found.
But then
out
he
was
had 2 the rest of the time.
Yeah, like
Yeah, so it shows at least they made an approach change. But
Sure. Well, they didn't put in anything great. Was not a great game.
no. And then
What do we got? Anything else here on those games?
Trevor Richards over Adam Simber. I'm saying it right now. Oh fuck.
I don't like either of them.
I'm taking Richards over Simber at this point. Like,
I'll take low leverage Trevor Richards any day of the week. Any other leverage Trevor Richards, I don't want him.
I'm taking Simber. I think he got more of a track record.
Simber had like a 1.1 ERA coming into that game. I don't think he actually added a run to his ERA, did he? In the Tampa, he had a stupid low ERA, and I remember seeing that. Might have been when I was at the game. He came in, and I'm like, "Pardon me?"
His ERA is a 4 right now.
Okay, so he had a 1 point. He had a 1 dot something last week.
He had a 1.42 going into on April 13th.
So the Tampa series.
No, that was the Tigers. It was the one time he pitched in the Tiger series.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't trust Simber ever. Even though he puts up good numbers. It's just something about his whole
he's scary because he's not he's not going to strike anyone out. He's got like a 7.5% K rate.
If he strikes somebody out, it's hilarious.
Which is nuts.
Like,
but he makes it work.
He does. I don't love him cleaning up messes.
No, why him cleaning up a mess?
I don't love it because he's pitching to contact.
Yeah.
So that's not my favorite thing of all time.
There were 2 outs, so that makes me feel a little better about it because all he has to do is get a weak ground ball, which he's good at doing. Yeah. But
he does make me feel like I could have made it, though. That is the one thing with Adam Simber is I look at him and I'm like, maybe I did have a chance. Because I looked at Brian Abreu and he's out there throwing 90-mile-an-hour sliders. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. But then Simber steps up and I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I don't love Simber. I don't love Richards. I don't love Meza. Those are my 3 that I don't feel confident.
Yeah.
But they can go get it done at any point in time. Meza, for the most part, has gotten it done.
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't feel great about it.
You know what makes me feel like I could do it? Who makes me feel like I could do it? The fucking second base umpire in the Astros in the Astros Jays game with that Whit Merrifield slide. What the fuck was that?
Did I miss this?
Did you?
I didn't see it. I watched it on Twitter, but I did not see it.
It was Whit. So Whit Merrifield goes to. This was in the 5th inning at the time. Merrifield goes to steal, gets in there like way ahead of the throw. The throw's bounced, and
they call him out.
And
I completely missed this.
He doesn't come off the bag at any point.
Where was the umpire standing?
He was
behind Whit, essentially closer to first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's on the first base side.
Okay, I will give the umpire a little bit of a break. Where Jeremy Pena had his foot,
he's out.
From his perspective, it probably looks like
on the replay he's out.
He's going into the
on the replay he's out. His hand runs into the who's it Pena? Pena's foot, and then it comes off enough. You can't, because the call on the play was out. Yes, I cannot tell if that sliding glove is touching the bag anymore.
If the call on the field is safe, I think he's safe.
Yeah. I think that call would be not confirmed, but what's the other one?
Overturned.
No. When it's like there's not enough evidence to overturn it, but it's
inconclusive.
Yeah.
From the
I think it would be that.
I think he looks to be out because
it's where Pena's foot is.
Pena's foot.
Yeah.
Fuck Jeremy Pena.
As a whole, from the first angle we looked at it, it absolutely looks safe. Like, it's not even close. But from that angle, I genuinely can't tell if his sliding glove is touching
No, you can't.
The base.
I couldn't tell either, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough. If it was called safe on the play, it gets reviewed and confirmed. But that's tough. I don't like that. Huh. Boys have a game tonight. We can't watch it.
I was gonna say,
they have a game tonight.
They have a game? I didn't know. Like,
it's a shame because the best pitcher on the staff is going tonight.
Oh, Jose Barrios is going again?
No. Show some respect.
Pitching on 2 days rest?
The man that's been doing it.
Oh, yeah. Gauze. It's gotta be Gauze, right?
Gentlemen, show some goddamn respect to Big Daddy Cooch himself.
Oh, hold up. I didn't even tell you guys.
Because he has had as many blow-up games as every other pitcher on the staff, but he's also been carving in all the other ones.
Very true.
So, are you saying Gossman hasn't, though?
Yeah, Gossman has one.
He's now had his one bad.
No.
Cooch had one blow-up game.
Who's carving more?
Don't do this.
Coochie does it with style.
Brant, you don't believe what you say. You don't
fucking... Gossman does it.
Gossman's the better pitcher.
You see what I've been putting up with for the last almost year?
Kevin Gausman is the better pitcher. He's the best pitcher.
Gossman does it stoned. It looks cooler.
Yeah, that's fair. Kikuchi does it with a beard. Kikuchi does it with a beard and a glove I've never heard of.
Was it 44?
No.
Has anyone ever looked up the stats of states where marijuana is illegal and Kevin Gausman starts? Because I feel like it's not.
Is it illegal in Texas?
I think it is.
Yeah, that sounds like something that'd be illegal in Texas.
Is it illegal in St. Louis or Missouri? Sorry, I can't imagine it would be. Somebody do some damn research. It's legal in Canada, and he does great in Canada. Doesn't he? No, he stunk at home last year.
This is very true.
Maybe he's better where it's not legal. Maybe it's legal in all the spots that he's stunk at.
Didn't he get a lot of bad luck at home last year? And his FIP was like way lower.
He had bad luck everywhere.
Okay.
You can't shift a guy who's pairing pitches a splitter. Like you can't shift behind him because he's gonna get such weird contact.
Okay, so I look up so much dumb shit for this podcast half the time. States where legal recreational marijuana has been approved: Colorado, where he's from,
right?
Washington, Alaska, Oregon, Washington D.C., California, Maine, Massachusetts, Nevada, Michigan, Vermont, Guam, Illinois, Arizona, Montana, New Jersey, New York.
Is it Guam?
Yes, Guam.
Is Guam a state?
Guam is apparently a state.
It's the same as Puerto Rico.
Oh,
kind of there. New York, Virginia, New Mexico, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maryland, and Missouri.
Sorry. I have the map. I'm looking at it. Texas, not legal.
Texas, not
Yeah.
legal.
Goss needs the gummies pregame, and that gets
I
him
think
fired.
that might-
Oh, dude.
You may be onto something here, Nate.
I think we are on something.
See, the problem is
Gummy-
they don't
gummy goss?
have. There's not a lot of states that have it illegal. Like, there's no teams in Tennessee. There's no teams in
Maybe
either
he's
the
like
Carolinas.
Dallas Braden and uses bong resin, like manipulate the
That's-
ball a little bit. And he
Maybe
can't do
honestly,
that
I
in
could see
Texas.
it. It would make sense. What's ID? ID is Indiana.
Oh,
Idaho,
Oh, Idaho would make sense.
maybe.
Indiana is IND, I think.
Oh, it's IN. I see it now. It's
Yeah.
also illegal in both. Neither of them have a baseball team.
Yeah.
Nebraska
Good to
doesn't have
know.
a baseball team. Kansas. How did he pitch in Kansas? Did he pitch in Kansas?
There is no team in
I-
Kansas.
there isn't a team in Kansas.
Oh, they're in Missouri, aren't they?
Kansas City's in Missouri.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's on the border, but
Yeah.
where the Royals play is in
So it's
Missouri.
legal in Missouri, but it's illegal in Kansas.
Yeah, just go to the other side of the city.
There's no team in Wisconsin, right?
Milwaukee.
Okay. So has he ever pitched in Milwaukee? Did you say that already? I didn't even
I'm
notice.
sure he's pitched in Milwaukee. He played in the NL for
Connor, find me his numbers in Milwaukee. Stat.
Okay, gotcha, Kevin Gosman.
And then Texas too. So it'd be Houston and Texas are the other two, right?
I gotta go. Well, we gotta take into consideration like he was shit for a lot of years.
Sure.
Like,
Sure. That's fair.
okay, let's I mean, well,
this
he's been
is a very unexpected tangent.
yeah, he's been a stoner for his
It's worth it.
he's been a stoner for the majority of his career, so I guess it's fair.
No,
Has he?
all of it.
All of it,
All
yeah.
of it. Did you not
Um,
hear? He was on start. He was one of the first guests on the new starting nine when they lost Carabas and Braden.
So when they turned to
And
shit.
talked about how great it was to be on a major league roster because then you can have weed and it's not a banned substance. In the minors, marijuana was illegal.
Oh no.
What? No
Okay,
way.
so you said where, Brant? Sorry, where was the place?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. He has started 5 games in Milwaukee, or 3
Okay.
games in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
His ERA is 2.05.
That doesn't help the narrative.
Yeah, and in Houston, here we go. In Houston, he's had 6 games. He's 2-4 with a 5.77.
Oh, that helps the narrative very much.
And in
Texas.
Texas, he has started 8 games. He's 4-2 with a 3.66.
That's not great.
That's not.
That's
So,
not great. That's not
when-
Gosman level.
I have another question. When did weed like truly become legal? Because I feel like it kind of coincides with Gossman becoming a good baseball player.
I feel like
Ooh.
he became like a really good pitcher in like 2020, which
It's around
He was good with that that Braves team the year before in 19.
yeah, he was pretty. He was
when he
decent
went to
with
the
that.
Braves.
Gentlemen.
Are we?
Gentlemen.
Did we just like?
We've cracked the
just-
code.
We have cracked the Gosman code.
Sit Gossman where marijuana is illegal. Do not
Get-
let him play.
Get Alec Manoah some weed.
Somebody smuggle him in some drugs.
Get Trevor Richards some weed.
Hey, you know where he's pitching Sunday? A weed legal
Who?
state.
Who's this?
Gosman.
Gosman?
He's pitching in a weed
New
legal
York?
state. He's pitching in a weed legal state, boys. We're winning the series.
There we go.
We got it.
There we go.
I don't know why, but in my head, I literally just had the image of high Yusei Kikuchi, and I don't know how to feel.
I don't
I
know.
was
if we
just
should
thinking
give
of the
that guy
exact
weed.
same thing.
I don't know. We should give it. Maybe
Because
we
I-
let him.
Because we saw you guys saw the thing of him like throwing in Central Park, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
I would not be surprised if he's high as a kite when he's doing
He
it.
didn't even know he was in Central Park. He thought he was at Yankee Stadium when he was doing it.
He's looking around and shit.
Um,
What else did we have?
those
Oh,
pictures of him in Central Park. What the hell is that glove?
Those, hold up, I gotta pull it up because I actually didn't even.
It looked like it said HDMH on the damn wrist.
Hey, he's a Stroman guy.
He's a big, strong guy.
Oh, it's all
Is
good.
Kikuchi short?
No,
No way, right?
I don't think he's short enough to like.
He can't be repping height doesn't measure hard. How tall is he? 6 foot. Not tall. It's not a tall
That's a
pitcher.
short MLB
It's not
pitcher.
a tall pitcher.
What is it? Hold up, you got me fucking zooming in.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that glove. Is that the key to success? Is it the Kikuchi key? Because last year he had an
The
A6 glove, I think, right?
Kukuchki.
The
It just said
Kikuchi.
it's HH with like with home plate and a crown.
Yeah. It looks like the
It's-
HCMH logo.
It's the Kukuchki.
It's the Kukuchki.
Oh Jesus!
The Kukuchki to success. That's awesome. Yes.
We're just speaking like merch ideas into existence. I hope.
What does the Kukuchki do tonight? What are our predictions for tonight against the cheater?
How much rosin are you allowed on your hand tonight?
Ooh, ideally, well, we'll briefly go off tangent here because it depends. Because if
you're
you're
a
Max
Yankee,
Scherzer,
Is it Phil?
noted, great.
So if you're
actually, if Phil Cuzzy's umpire,
Phil
if
Cuzzy
you're
or Dan Bellino.
if you're an inner circle Hall of Famer,
it doesn't. You can't do it.
A piece
A
of shit.
loser who beats his wife.
Violence.
Yeah,
wife beater.
yeah. Then that's
This one
fine.
wins.
No, yeah. We take the loser wife beating guy over the Hall of Famer every day.
Yeah.
Of the week.
Okay. We'll get back into Scherzer later.
Is Phil Cuzzy doing the game tonight?
I can check.
It's got to be up, right? We're at 640 right now. Come on now.
Umpire crew. Thank you. This Twitter account still stays up.
Yeah.
Where we at? Scroll. We have Adrian Johnson, Manny Gonzalez, Quinn Wolcott, and Junior Valentine. So
You know what? I love that
Herman's
because I've
gonna
never
call
heard of any of them. That's the best kind of umpires.
Yeah, you're right, but none of them are Cuzzy, so that means
I feel bad
Domingo
for
Herman
the
pitch.
Red Sox and Brewers. They have our boy, everyone's favorite umpire in Blue Jays land, Doug Eddings.
tough bounce.
So.
The fact that we don't know any of them isn't great because none of them are Phil Cuzzy, meaning that Domingo Herman is going to be able to do his thing.
Yeah, well, let's get to that later.
Yeah,
We can have a whole Phil Cuzzy
yeah.
rant.
Yeah, we got to run through some like actually kind of big stuff.
We
non-Blue Jays.
we never
I have a-
predicted the Kukuchki.
Oh, we didn't. Fuck. I think he goes 5 2/3. I think he gives up 3. 2
Put some
walks.
respect on his fucking name.
2 walks, 6 Ks.
It's going
What do
8.
you got?
It's going
Wow.
Shut the
six
fuck
and a
up.
third.
Oh, okay.
6 and a third. 1 run. 11 Ks.
You said this
He's
last
striking
time.
out everyone this year.
He's going 7,
Whew.
giving up
I was being fucking. I thought I was being generous.
3, walking 3,
Brant,
striking out.
Stop doing whatever.
He's walking what? How many? 3?
3,
Season high.
giving up 3, walking 3, striking out 9.
Striking out 9. That's fair.
Okay.
9 strikeouts and 7 innings is kind of low for the Cooch dog.
I hate you.
For Big Daddy Cooch himself.
Yeah.
Bearded
Also-
Big Daddy Cooch.
Bearded Big Daddy Cooch.
Beard Daddy Cooch.
Double BDK.
It's not even that. It's not even that bad.
Yeah.
Double BD. Oh, BBDK.
BDK.
Okay, well,
Sorry. Moving on. What were you
Moving
gonna say,
on.
Connor?
I have a Jays question before we get off this.
Okay.
Do you guys think it is time to rearrange the lineup? Which
I think he is.
they did tonight
They did tonight. Yeah,
because Herman is a righty, correct?
he is.
Chapman or
Ask his wife.
Chapman's up to 4, and Varsho's down to like 6.
Chapman's 4?
You know,
Nah,
fuck the lineup, Brant. I heard that. I fucking heard that.
I didn't.
You're like, is Herman's a righty, right? And Brant's like, ask his wife.
Oh,
I fucking hate that guy. There's not many people in the league.
We here at the
Tough
flight deck
bounce for
obviously
her.
do not condone the violent
We
actions.
do
of
not
Domingo
support
Herman.
Domingo Herman or Aroldis Chapman. Not
Or
a big
G1
Bauer
Bay.
guy either. G1 Bay sucks, man. That's so brutal.
Um,
Why'd you have to be a shit dude?
I know.
Sorry.
I mean,
Carry on.
we got new. They got announcements for what's happening in 2024 with the renovations. Got a little piece of that, which is cool, I guess. Great, fun.
Did we just skip the roster thing, or did I just completely miss that?
What roster?
well, I did ask, but no one
I was
answered.
gonna say. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, did they say
They did
something
make
and I
the
just
change,
completely
so
missed
I-
it?
They made
Friday-
the change, so
it's a Friday
just
pod.
figured we were
It's a
skipping
Friday
it.
pod. We're a little loopy today.
Okay,
So what was the What was the question?
I was just saying, do you think it was time to switch the lineup and get
Yeah,
Varsho in the 4
Varsho's a little skidding a little bit lately, but like
It's a lot
nothing.
of pressure for him too, as a
Mhm.
guy in his 3rd full season in the bigs.
Mhm.
Like
Only 26,
Chappie's
right?
raking.
He's still 20. He's 26 or 27.
Yes.
You want Matt Chapman getting as many at bats as you
Facts.
possibly can.
Like
It has nothing
He's
nothing to
he's
do with
driven in
Varsho.
24.
I don't really care what
So,
Varsho's
like,
doing at this point. Matt Chapman's the best hitter in your lineup.
Honestly,
Get him as many at bats as you can.
in a world where George Springer isn't one of the greatest hitters of all time, Matt, you just push everybody up. You have Bo lead off, and then go Vlad 2, Chappie 3.
Yep.
In a perfect world. In a world where you don't like Bo lead, fuck it,
Springer-
Vlad
Springer
lead off?
No, if
Who leads
Springer was
Varsho.
not
Kiermaier leads off.
if Springer is not the guy, like the best leadoff hitter of this generation, I'm leading off either Witt or Kiermaier. Then
They
going
just fit the build.
Bo,
Chappie Vlad.
Chappie Vlad.
maybe. I kind of like George in the 3-hole though.
I can't lie.
I do, but
might go
now,
Vlad,
currently
Bo,
today,
or
currently
Vlad.
today,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
would
George
go.
has had tough luck. You can't look at those
Sure.
stats. Like
Oh.
look at that Houston series.
Sure, but you play your hottest
Dude.
lineup when you can.
Dude, I think
I don't know
mean
how
he's
long-
not hot. That doesn't mean
In
he's
that
not
first
hot. He's
Houston
raking
game?
the ball.
in that first Houston game, I think I saw he hit like his 3 flyouts went a combined 1,018 yards or feet.
Yeah.
Like
Jesus.
And
tough.
he raked that one to third, and Bregman made a hell of a play on it.
Every time George hits the ball and gets out, and he just flips his bat. I'm like, yeah, I feel it. I feel the pain.
Yeah, he stapled that one, and like you could tell he was pissed.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't know.
Anyways,
If
I do
Vlad's
like the
not
lineup
Vlad,
change.
is he in your top 4
yes. What?
currently?
Yeah, he's hitting.
The way he's hitting?
like 370 or something, isn't he?
Is
Or
he?
did he?
Yeah.
fall off.
I think he just got under 400 in the Houston series. Like
It just didn't feel like it for the first little
Yeah.
half. Fair enough.
He
I'll
only has
concede.
9. He only has like 9 RBIs.
I think that's
is
what it
kinda
is. It's just like it doesn't seem like he's just driving and runs in moments that matter.
I mean, because let's be honest.
He's hitting 338.
Granted, Bo has been on a good bit, but like George and Bo haven't been on for Vladdy to get him in unless it's a home run.
Isn't Bo?
He's lead. Okay, fine, that sounds stupid. What I'm saying, Bo leads the league in hits.
Right.
What I'm saying is, majority of the time, those are singles, and unless Vlad hits a fucking bomb,
Right. Okay.
Bo's not
fair.
scoring for first.
Fair.
Like
George isn't getting on, and then Bo's getting on first.
Bo's getting on first, and
Okay.
then
That's fair.
fucking someone
And-
said all of your speed is gone.
Right.
Like
Can we talk
Fine.
about tonight's lineup for a second? Have you guys seen it
Haven't
yet?
seen it. No.
I know
Springer, Bo.
There's no game
Guerrero.
tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it for a second here, anyways. Springer, Bo, Guerrero, Chappie, Varsho, Belt, Jansen, Biggio, Kiermaier. I think this is the first time they've doubled up lefties and they're doing it twice. I find that kind of. That's not the first time they
You
doubled
say
them up, but
Belt and Varsho, and then
and then
Varsho,
Cab
Belt,
and who?
Cav Kiermaier.
Cav Kiermaier with Jano in the middle.
I don't hate that necessarily, but do the Yankees
I just
have-
don't buy into the lefty righty thing as much as other people.
Do the Yankees
so
have good lefties in their bull? Like,
I think
I
it's
don't know
just.
who's in
I think
there.
it's just. I think part of it is just giving a pitcher a different look
Sure.
too.
Yeah, you've mentioned that to me a handful of times. I don't disagree, but like, if you can hit lefties and righties, then you can be wherever you want in the lineup. Like
Yes,
guys like
but
Vlad don't really hit
yes,
lefties all that well.
but Luis Castillo taught me one thing, and that was
You-
holy shit.
Sure.
you go into a bullpen and you get a guy like Brian Abreu,
hmm
and if he's coming in facing 3-4 righties in a row, he's going to pitch them all pretty well the same way. You throw in a lefty, he's got to use different pitches and stuff. It gets him out of his groove a
Yeah,
little bit.
Which
I think that
That makes
I think
sense.
That has a bit of an impact.
I don't think that is a huge difference on like because you now have righty, lefty, lefty, righty, and then lefty,
Yeah.
lefty, righty, righty, righty. Like it's not.
This isn't me saying break up their top 4 right now. That's got to
Yeah.
be their top 4. I'm just saying I think it makes a bit of an impact having the lefties in your lineup
Mhm.
to switch the look
Yeah.
guys are getting. But
for sure.
I don't hate it. It's kind of I don't know. In a non-shift world, I don't hate it anymore.
yeah,
Wandy Peralta's a lefty, and that's it.
Okay, so they
that doesn't scare me. That's fine.
No, Wandy
Yeah,
Peralta
This
sucks.
sucks. Are we
Ron
going around the
Marinacci.
league here?
I mean, we
Yeah,
did.
we didn't even talk about yet. We're really good at bringing something up and not talking about it.
Yeah,
Connor.
dude, we did this. So
the new
Blue
things
Jays-
they added.
They announced 3 new quote unquote premium clubs will be added next offseason during the renovations, and they will be located beneath the quote reimagined lower bowl. Yes, Brant, go ahead. You in the
I
back.
got questions.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. I could probably find out eventually. Is it taking out seats to add these things?
Let's see. The batting.
One of them I know is at the batting tunnel. That's sick.
Batting tunnel club is behind home plate and third base side.
Yeah, it's so cool.
You
You can like see the batting cage from like the bar.
The second one is the home plate club directly behind home plate. The home plate club is the best that the Rod Center has offered. Blah 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 blah. In the action seats and the only membership with access to all 3 clubs. Blah 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 blah. Okay. And the lounge is behind home plate on the first base side. It's a private and intimate atmosphere with Blue Jays baseball as the backdrop, where fans can proudly host colleagues, family, and friends.
Why are you sitting the 100 levels down near the field if you want the Blue Jays as your backdrop?
I just
go somewhere else.
It's a great question.
So it sounds like it's taking out seats from the gist of what you were saying there.
I mean, the thing is, this from all I've heard about this stuff, we're kind of just behind on it. All the other parks have this type of stuff.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't love how this has gone so far.
I don't love the music and everything that's going on in them. I don't with quieter music, but Brant and I were standing 2 feet apart and couldn't have a conversation in the flight deck.
I don't love
that's a bit much.
I don't love that part of it where it doesn't feel like the whole point of going to a baseball game is to feel like you're at a baseball game. I know they're trying to get to it's like a social hangout area type of thing, but I'm like, it's for baseball. I'm going there to watch the Blue Jays. Give me a chance to actually hear the game and watch the Toronto Blue Jays. Pregame, even postgame. I think you could keep that open for longer and do a postgame thing, but that's another topic. Pregame, sure. Have the DJs, have the bands, do all that stuff. But during the game, I want to watch the game or I want to hear the game. I don't want to sit here and listen to a DJ or just music blaring in my ear. Or a band in the Corona Lounge, same thing. I don't love that.
No, that's not great.
With this announcement, I don't love the idea of taking out 100 level seats to just add preppy clubs where you can hang out with all your rich friends. Not a huge fan of that.
Yeah,
I think it's bound to happen because there's more revenue opportunities there. I think
is there?
I think probably.
Well, with everything they've done so
that's
far,
the way they see it. At least.
I mean, how much seats did the outfield stuff cut out?
We lost a few thousand seats.
Because I think it used to be at what?
No,
50,000?
in the grand scheme of things.
But do you think they added revenue with what they did?
People?
I mean,
no, you don't. But
you lose. I don't think
you
break about even.
I think you do because it's a 162 game season, and you're not going to have 50,000 people at every game. So
I get that.
And now you're bringing in more people who might not go to a game and are like, oh, let's go for the atmosphere.
And you also now have the general admission tickets that are what, $25,
$20,
like $20.
And you can get in and just go wherever. And I mean, if you're paying $18 for a season, I think you're making pretty good money.
Exactly, which will make up the difference of what the 500 levels got taken out.
Yeah,
maybe I don't see it making up enough. The $20 tickets, I can't see making up for the fact that you just cut out thousands of seats.
No, I think it's the revenue that these areas are going to generate.
Yeah, because the inflated prices on the food.
Well, and you look at
food's actually not bad.
The flight deck's got pinball and shuffleboard and all this, and then what's the one up in left field, Park Central or whatever? It's stuff for the kids, and then you're stuck there, and you're gonna buy, and your kids are gonna want stuff, and you're gonna buy beer and whatever.
Sure, that's maybe. I mean, they have smarter people than me working on this stuff, so I would assume they would know better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems weird. I don't love it so far. I thought I would like this, but it's less of a spot to watch the game and more of a spot to not watch the game, which I'm just not a huge fan of right now.
But that's the crowd they're going for, I think. I know.
Make some more money.
Because you just want them in the door, and then you hope they have a good time. maybe sort of start enjoying baseball and then become fans and want to come to more games.
Like you catch it in the background, and then all of a sudden one
Yeah.
week you're actually watching, and then a few weeks later you're like sitting down to watch games.
Yeah.
That's fair. I got an
I mean,
email from
I'll
those.
finally have my opinion on it because I'm going Tuesday. So
Oh yeah, you still haven't seen it.
no, so I'm going Tuesday.
So we've done a great job of really tempering expectations for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Haven't
'cause
said a lot of good things.
I'm planning to do two things. I'm planning to get a rum punch. Fuck
Okay.
it.
It's in the
The flight deck, I think?
stop, I think.
Stop or flight deck? One of the two.
Is the
One of the
stop
two.
the one behind the batter's eye?
Yeah, the
Stop's
stop's
great.
Sucks.
Stops.
No.
I love the stop for food and drinks. Great.
Oh, sure.
Not
But,
great to
like,
watch.
There's
But
just
if you're
music
looking for
blaring and
Oh,
you
yeah.
cannot hear or see anything.
if you're looking like pregame, during game, if you're looking for food, I would suggest the stop every time because the food is decent. I got a smoked meat sandwich for like $15, but it's like yay big. It's pretty good. It was worth it. Worth the $15 I paid for it.
I do want to say, a buddy of mine showed me a video. He was there end of the Tiger series, last game of Tiger series, I think. And he was standing behind the catchers at the end of the bullpen,
Mhm.
like through that chain link fence. And no, he said he was there in the middle of the game. No one was there. View, he showed me the video. View, unreal.
Yeah.
Like you just like right behind the catcher watching
movement.
watching whoever warm up. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man.
So
That's
you can
cool.
you can place a deposit on these premium club memberships. The deposit,
It's fucking memberships.
yeah, to get to all these. Yeah, this is not something we're ever going to go to.
Are we
gentlemen.
starting? Are we
Sorry.
starting with 4 digits or 5 digits for that?
It's only
we
4.
started GoFundMe.
No, not for 3 of us.
I was gonna say, dude.
Maybe we get one membership between the 3 of us. The deposit is $1,000. The deposit
That's
just to go to these clubs is $1,000.
oh, and you know the fucking food and beer is gonna be so expensive in there.
Yeah. One of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said like it's almost like an all-inclusive thing.
Oh,
I think. But I mean, you're paying. The deposit is $1,000. I would hope I get a lot out of this.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Well,
The
great.
batting. Sorry, we didn't really talk about the things enough. The batting tunnel club, super fucking cool. If I had the money to do this, I would 100% do
Is
this
very cool.
because it's essentially a bar where you can watch the Blue Jays take batting practice in the tunnel.
My dumbass, when I first read it, I thought you were able to just take batting practice yourself.
Excuse me,
Okay.
chap. I'm in here.
yeah,
That'd be
Chappie.
sick.
Hey, Chappie. Here's how you do a real toe
I
tap.
paid 15 grand for this. Yeah,
Here's a
Yeah,
true toe
that's-
tap, Chappie.
Jeez.
that's tough.
Also,
Plus, it's it's all inclusive, all game. So
also
in the
judging by
lounge.
judging by these images, Matt Chapman, 2024 Blue Jay. There's a
Why,
person
is
wearing
he-
there's a person wearing a Chapman jersey.
We've committed to keeping him. What the hell is the home? plate?
Perfect. Love it.
Apparently, we welcome you into an unprecedented sport and culinary experience.
Oh no.
Beautiful.
That's the home plate club.
Well, I want my filet mignon as I watch
All
my home runs.
inclusive might make that big ass price tag worth it if you can commit
Yeah.
to being there enough.
Every game.
Yeah, that's tough. Current season ticket members will have priority access. So that's kind of cool. I'm not a season guy. Hey, it is what it is. Looks cool.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we'll never see it, but it looks cool.
Not at all. It's great.
Are we done with the Blue Jays?
I think so.
I think so. Finally,
They start soon?
literally
5
start in like
minutes.
10 minutes.
10, 5, 10.
5, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
All right, what do we got? Can
we
we start
doing-
with Mad Bump?
I mean, we could just quickly talk about the Mariner Selly. AKA,
like the
AKA the
Oh, the
Oakland A's,
Trident.
AKA the Oakland A's thing that they did.
Hmm.
Like,
No.
The Mariners don't matter to me. No, I have not paid any attention to them. They suck. Respectfully, they're probably turning around now that I said that, but they're like what 8-10,
8 and 10.
not even 500.
It's not even May, so let's just relax a
They're
little.
not even 500. Get on board. Mad
Neither
Bum
are
got
the
DFA'd.
Astros.
Mad Bum got DFA'd. Yeah, but the Astros have a
Um,
World Series.
This
Yeah.
is true. Mad Bum screamed at
Wilson
Wilson Contreras.
It was
for
hilarious.
swinging too hard.
For swinging too hard and fouling a ball straight back. Like,
Did
I
you
love
see?
I love Mad Bum though. Like now we're not. I hope he gets signed because this stuff is just hilarious.
Did you see the
Like
quote?
go get the ball out of the ocean. Like you're not gonna get that anymore.
No.
That was great.
Apparently, I don't know if it was, I think it was rumored. I don't know what it was. Either way, a team in the division last year said to prepare to face Mad Bum, they had to prepare as if they were facing a position player pitching. That's got to be the biggest hit to your ego of all time.
He does have like a 5-something ERA with the Diamondbacks.
That's just bad, man.
Also,
Doesn't he have like a 7 or 8 this year.
Also, do you guys know how old he is?
he's
Not that old.
He's not that old. He's like 33.
Yep, on the dot.
He's 2 years younger than Clayton Kershaw.
Oh,
Yep.
He's a year older than George Springer.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
oh. It's because they pitched them every game in the playoffs.
I was about to ask
Shout
you
out to Mad Bum though. That was a hell of a run with the Giants.
Oh, that was so cool.
I do hope someone picks him up.
I hated him for it, in fairness.
I mean, you
No,
know,
I hated that Giants team. I hated everyone on that team.
I hated the fact that he pitched back-to-back games one year. That was the worst.
Yeah, a team that
And
could
then went 4.5 innings in the second one or some stupid shit.
Jesus, a team that could easily pick him up. His old manager Bruce Bochy and the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like,
but why?
That's what I'm saying. Texas is fucking rolling, man.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't even mess with it.
But like,
and they're deep starting wise, like not great, but they have 6 or 7 guys that are better starters.
Fuck it.
But like vibes. You just throw Mad Bum.
There's no way that guy is bringing good vibes.
Oh yeah, he's in Texas. He just tosses on his cowboy hat, just rolling around.
Get on the dirt bike.
Yeah, he's riding the dirt bike to the yard.
God, he'll do his own version of what Johnny Cueto did when he got introduced as a Marlin. He'll come out on the dirt bike instead of the fucking horse.
No, I'm not. I don't love it. He's not better than Odorizzi. He's not better than Eovaldi.
No, he's not better than anyone in the rotation.
Not better than anybody.
That's not what we're talking about.
So what's the point?
I want Mad Bum Texas vibes. That would be amazing.
It's the same reason. No, it's the same reason. This is going to be very disrespectful for who I'm about to say this to, but it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing with Hyunjin Ryu. He's not better than any of the 5 that we have right now.
No,
but him back is just vibes.
But I like Hyunjin Ryu. Not a huge fan of Mad Bum the person anymore. Kind of sucks.
Coming back and taking Kikuchi's 5th spot. Kikuchi's going to the pen.
It's not Kikuchi's 5th spot anymore.
That's what's happening.
It's Alex.
Get over it.
It's Alek Manoah's 5th spot. Thank you.
I love how we didn't actually scratch that. Well, sidebar. We didn't talk about how he's facing Garrett Cole tomorrow.
Alek Manoah?
Yeah.
We talked about it last episode.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, we did.
Fair. All right. I was just making sure.
He's going to carve.
I swear.
He's going 6 1/3.
It's a legacy game for
6 1/3, 8 Ks, 1 walk, 2 earned runs.
So you have him worse than Kikuchi. I'd just like to point that out. Kikuchi has a better start tonight than you have Manoah going tomorrow.
Kikuchi's walking more people and giving up 1 more earned run.
He's also striking out more and going more innings.
He's striking out 1 more and going
more innings. That's 2/3 more.
And
that's the guy that you just called our 5-star.
He is our 5-starter.
And you just said Manoah's going to shove, and that's shoving.
Hey, Brandon,
shoving is 1 earned
run. I said Kikuchi is going to shove tonight too.
Who didn't make his first start till the 5th game of the season?
Our 5-starter, I'd say.
Our 5-starter, you say Kikuchi.
It's only until the All-Star break when they rearrange the rotation.
And he'll be 4.
How about
maybe
Hunter
3
Green getting an extension and then getting injured?
Speaking of 5 pitchers, Hunter Green.
I think he's their ace, isn't he?
No, not this year.
Who's on?
Nick Lodolo?
Lodolo and Graham Ashcraft, but Hunter Green is their
Graham
ace.
Ashcraft is filthy.
Hunter Green is their ace. Numero uno.
Could not name you their other 2 guys. Who are their other 2 guys?
The fact that Sonny Gray was about to come out of my mouth.
Where's Sonny Gray? He's in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
They had him the 10th ranked pitcher in power rankings for pitchers.
Under 1 ERA.
Okay, well,
what
good for Hunter Green.
Yeah, what did Hunter Green get? What was the money?
I don't know.
Was 6
Good for Hunter
years.
Green.
Was
56.
6 years, 53.
He throws 140 miles an hour. It's gonna go well at some point.
Yeah.
He might just be a bullpen arm.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they have the leaderboards for like most 100-mile-an-hour pitches by a starter because it's like Hunter Green threw 270.
Yeah.
Second place is Shohei at like 50. It's like
Third place is Jacob
Cool.
DeGrom at like 2.
What is the point of this list?
That's like the
Hunter
Kevin-
Green's just an alien.
Dude,
It's
that's
nuts.
like the Kevin Gosman like splitter strikeout list.
Gentlemen, we
Kevin Gosman-
buried the shit out of the lead.
Did we?
Yes.
What was the lead?
The new rules they're testing
Oh, that's
is
not the lead.
absolutely the lead.
That was absolutely not the lead.
That is
there's
absolutely the
a lot.
lead.
There's a lot
I think
more.
that's the third lowest of the three
No,
things that we could have
no.
gone with the lead. That is the third lowest of the three things.
That is
on the
my
league
lead.
You could have
That is
gone
my
with.
More-
lead because I have so much to say about these.
More than our boy Raise It and his team leaving. That's more. That's
Who?
Just
Oh yeah, well, no,
We'll
they don't
get
matter.
there.
They're not an MLB team.
Oh,
The
stop
rules
it.
are a much bigger deal
Okay.
because
All
if
right.
that comes here,
read them
All right.
off. Let's go.
Okay. So in the Atlantic League this year, they are testing the use of the designated pinch runner.
Stupid. But can I just say
Stupid.
before we get this far,
Yes.
MLB purchased this league and has been
Literally.
testing rules for like 5
Yeah.
plus years.
it's
This
not
is
the
what
first
the
time
league
they've
is
done
for.
dumb rules there.
Yeah,
I know.
This is what the league is for.
I understand.
If
But
you
the
have
fact
a
that they
league
made it a
for
big
this
deal
purpose,
concerns me.
no, if you have a league for this purpose, you just whatever.
Yes. So the player who is substituted it for as well as the pinch runner may then return to the game without a penalty.
So
So
last year they added the fact that your pitcher could go be the DH after he left. It was the Shohei Ohtani rule.
yes.
I also
This
hate
pinch
that.
runner rule absolutely has to be the Alejandro Kirk rule. Absolutely has to be. Because if you can run for
Oh.
that guy every time, he'll never come out of a
Oh,
game.
if that rule comes
So-
in, Deshaun Brown, you're a Blue Jay tomorrow. like-
So can
Usain Bolt, welcome to the Toronto Blue Jays. You don't
Andre
need to be a good
DeGrasse.
baseball player.
Andre DeGrasse,
Yes.
welcome. Like
You don't need to be a good baseball player to be a pinch
can
runner.
I ask a question before we
Yes.
get much further? So I've heard two different interpretations of this. Do you get to use this once throughout the entire game, or
I think it's for the
as
one
many
batter.
times as you want?
I think it's for one batter for the entire game.
Okay, here's
So I heard once for the entire game for one batter, or you could just use it for whoever you want throughout the whole game. So I don't
that
even
would be
understand-
insane.
I don't even understand what this rule is.
I don't know.
each club will list the player who is not otherwise in the starting lineup as a designated pinch runner. So before the game even starts, you have to say who's your pinch runner.
Sure.
Like,
Andre
Yeah.
DeGrasse.
yeah. The player may be substituted at any point
Tyreek
into
Hill,
the
welcome to
game
the majors.
as a base runner, basically. After
Okay,
he
so you can
retires.
do it at any point.
Any
And it
point.
doesn't say you have to do it for a designated player, so they could just do it for whoever they want at any point in the game and keep doing it. This is the dumbest thing ever. Stolen bases
It
are
gets-
up.
dude,
to,
it gets
like,
worse.
Record numbers.
It gets
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Like the next
Oh,
rule.
I hate this. I hate this one the most.
Hold on. Dude.
Tyreek Hill, welcome to the major leagues.
Unlike the new MLB rule, which allows a pitcher to disengage from the pitching rubber twice during an at bat, the Atlantic League test will permit only a single disengagement per at bat.
That could be fun.
I don't hate this.
That
It's
could be
gonna-
fun.
This is like we've seen such a small sample size of 2. I kind of understand what they're doing. They would
Yes.
have had 2 in the Atlantic League years ago.
Yeah.
See what one does.
They're trying to
It's gonna
see-
increase stolen bases. We have stolen bases at record highs. Just simmer down. You know
This is worth testing.
Yes, I agree.
I think if you see a rise in box or whatever moves the run, it's still called a balk, right? If you still
Technically, after the two
I-
disengagements, and
it's
you
a
don't
balk on the third one.
if you don't get somebody out on the third one, it's a balk technically.
If you see a significant rise in those, then I don't think it's worth it. If you see a significant rise in stolen bases, maybe it's worth it. But I think that's one you play around with and you see.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
we don't need more stolen bases. Stolen bases
Very
are
true.
like
We don't.
at the highest they've been in 30 years,
Sure.
probably close to
Well,
30
let's
years.
just make it ever.
Well,
Just a whole new game. Way more exciting.
I
Maybe the
think-
people
I
won't
can't-
hang out in the clubs.
I think apparently the stat was like Ricky Henderson's like when he broke the single season stolen base record, his percentage was like 81, and
Oh, yeah,
stolen
right
bases
about
so far this year was like 82.
Mhm.
Stolen bases are a higher percentage and pace than Ricky Henderson's record breaking season.
Is that not more fun though? I like it
It
more.
is.
It is, but it's just like
there's a
It
point
gets
where
to a
it's too
point where,
much.
yeah,
It's where you're watching Little League baseball and they're stealing every pitch because
That's
they can't
fair.
throw the ball. Like
That's
it's
fair.
not.
well, here's the final rule.
This is an
which
interesting one.
welcome to Super Mega Baseball 3 or some shit. The Atlantic League will continue the use. Excuse me. They were doing this before.
Double hook. Yeah.
They continue the use of the double hook DH rule, which allows clubs to use the designated hitter throughout the game, provided that the club starting pitcher has completed at least 5 innings. If the starter fails to make it through 5, the club then loses the DH for the remainder of the game. Holy shit, that's a rule.
It's a rule.
It's a rule. Like,
I'm so undecided on this one. I don't know. Because the idea of having starters go 5 more often, I love.
But starter, you know what the average starter start this year is like 5 innings.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah.
I'm with you. I fucking hate the opener. Is the
stupid
one of the worst things.
Stupid.
When you're buying tickets, what's the first thing they show you? Or when you look at a game preview, first thing they show you is the starters. Yeah. Because that's what you need to have. You need to have that marquee matchup again. So I love that aspect of it.
Yeah. And I remember last year we had Robbie Ray against Anthony Banda.
Yeah. Having Calvin Foucher.
Yeah.
Foucher, thank you. That doesn't get me out of my seat.
He's currently pitching actually against the White Sox.
Great. How's he doing?
But it's the second inning. The White Sox are down 4-1. So, but they have runners on the corners.
Nice. So. Is he out of the game yet?
No, he's still in. He's at 31 pitches.
Okay.
So, all right.
I'd rather watch Taj Bradley.
Honestly, real shit. Real shit. Honestly, I think my only issue is kind of say obviously a pitcher, if you get fucked up and you're gonna get pulled in 3 innings and you're down 6, kind of fucking disincentivizes coming back because you're
sure. Now you have to have a pitcher hit.
Now you have to continuously make subs every certain amount of time for 2.
Right.
Personally, I might be on an island on this, but I'm a huge fan of old school baseball. I like button guys over and all the small ball and double switches and stuff like that. So I honestly miss that aspect of National League Baseball. Not saying I want to see pitchers hitting, but I
do miss when managers matter.
Runs. Exactly. Because the double switches, the double switches. When to use this guy in a situation to pinch hit? How long do you leave your pitcher in? That makes your manager important, and it just I think it's a fun, in my opinion, it's a fun brand of baseball to watch.
It's a fun brand.
I still don't know if I love this rule, but
when I first heard the rule, the first game that I immediately thought of in my head was the 2022 season opener. Jose Barrios goes a third of an inning.
Oh, right. Then you lose your DH for the rest of the game.
Then you would lose Alejandro Kirk for the rest of the for literally the whole game.
That's the negative side of it.
You lose Kirk for the whole game. You don't even. This is probably revision. You don't make that fucking comeback in 5 innings that they did.
No,
you don't necessarily lose him. You lose somebody out of your lineup. You could
lose the DH.
Was Kirk catching?
But you could also put Kirk into catch.
No, he was DHing.
He was DHing. Jano was catching that day.
But you could put Kirk into catch and lose Jano.
You would lose Jano. So you lose Jano for a whole game, basically.
No, you're losing one of them. It doesn't have to be.
I mean, it would be your decision as a manager. That's where you have to start being an actual manager.
Being an actual manager, which I think kind of makes it fun. But
Whereas today, anyone with a decent baseball mind can be an MLB manager. It doesn't take all that much.
Yeah, we have John Snyder.
They don't have baseball minds really anymore.
No, you kind of just gotta.
It's just analytics guys who the front office picks.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last baseball mind in the entire league is Dusty Baker. Off the top of my
Kevin Cash.
Buck Show. I think Dusty.
Kevin Cash is a puppet.
I think
Bruce Bochy.
But Bochy did come back. Fucking yeah. So those 3, but of 30,
what do you call Joe Madden? Joe Madden's gone, but
what's his name in San Diego that was in Oakland forever?
Oh, Melvin. Okay, fine. 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like Gabe Kapler.
There's a few, but there's a lot less.
No, Kapler. Don't call Kapler.
I like Gabe Kapler.
Don't do
I
this.
think he's a good manager. He might not be a great baseball mind, but I like him as a.
He's an
Kapler is such an analytics guy. It's not.
Yeah,
I like him. Likeable dude. But that's all you have to be at this point, is a guy that gets your team to do what they can do. You don't have to be a baseball mind anymore. With this rule, it would create guys that actually know how to be a manager.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I heard an interesting thing while we're on managers today.
Hmm?
The manager used to be your guy who was like the conduit between the players and ownership or
Right.
management. And he was like, he was for the players, but he's for management and had to kind of toe that line.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing in whoever off the street, not off the street, but from your front office to come manage. Whose side's he on?
He's management.
Yeah, he's on the player's side.
He's just an extension of your general manager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I don't love that. I like a manager who's for the players too.
I did kind of like Charlie for that, where it's just like he
No.
was kind of a
Charlie's
player's
Genuinely,
guy.
Charlie is in currently the best possible situation for
Yeah,
himself.
it's what he should be doing, but
Also,
like he was more of a player's guy than a manager.
We have a score.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
We have a score.
Oh yeah, right. There's a game tonight.
Yep. George Springer doubled to lead off the game. Bo popped out, and Vladdy homered to left center field.
Jesus.
There we go for the boys.
For the boys. Yeah, we're gonna be watching this through game day.
So not a lot of rosin in New York today.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Vladdy,
We got a bit before we get there. Simmer now.
Really?
106, 31 degree launch
We got
angle.
another big story to talk about.
Big
here.
story. I mean, it's kind of sucks because I put in the run sheet the Oakland A's give us a positive story, and I'm going to start with
they
the
give us positively. I don't.
okay. In
Mason
hindsight,
Miller.
Mason Miller
They got called up. Yeah.
Yes.
That was 100.
Yeah.
went to Div 3. Wayne
He got
Bird.
shoved.
Million Ks in
He
the
was
minors?
6'5",
Shoved.
150. Found out he had type 1 diabetes, impacting his ability to put on weight. Started a strength program, added 70 pounds. His velocity went from 88 to 99. And he made his MLB debut and he was throwing 102.
70 pounds is a lot of weight.
Pumping 102. I think he went 4 in the third.
Grant, that's what you got to do. You can throw 102.
How do I get on that program? Holy. If I added 70, that put me at like 240, 250.
If I added 70 pounds, I wouldn't. I don't even want to think about that.
70
So
pounds of
then-
muscle, though, Connor.
We're starting
Imagine.
with it. We're starting with
So
3,
then
so
that game ends, and
then literally like
Yeah.
hours later,
not even.
like maybe
Like-
like an hour later, like maybe an hour
Yeah,
later,
they just
it is
butchered it.
announced that the Oakland A's and Red Rock Resorts are closing in on an agreement to construct a $1.5 billion baseball stadium in Las Vegas.
Can we
right
stop?
off the strip?
Can we stop bringing teams to Vegas?
Like real shit?
The professional
Vegas-
teams to Vegas. I'm so done with it.
Vegas. What was it? I need to pull it up because someone had like a really.
I have a question though here on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
When it like this stadium's not gonna be done until 2027. That's when
Yeah,
the move
so
is
the
projected.
A's are gonna be like in
Miserable
Oakland
for-
still.
No, they have to go somewhere else.
Like
They
real
like
shit.
after this year, they have to go play in a minor. They just have to kick the Vegas
Mhm.
AAA team out of their park.
Reno?
If you weren't
Reno has
Oh,
a
Vegas.
team, right?
Vegas used to be Toronto's AAA team years ago. They have a
Yeah.
they
The
have a
Vegas-
Oh, yeah, right.
Was it Vegas 8? No, it's not Vegas Aces.
51s.
51s.
51s, yeah.
But like, if I'm
It's
an
the
Oakland
Reno
fan-
Aces. Sorry, Nate.
Yeah.
Reno Aces is the. Yeah.
If I'm
sorry.
an Oakland A's fan, I'm not going to a single game the rest of the year. Like, fuck your owner. He is a top 10 richest owner in the league, doesn't pay anyone, trades away all his talent, and they're just gonna move on you. Like,
Yeah, garbage.
no. I'm like push for the lowest attendance in ever.
I wouldn't
Like,
even.
screw
Well,
this
they're
guy.
they're
I hope
going
he
for
loses
it.
money. I hope he
going
loses
for it.
money.
Here's the
I
thing.
hope he loses all his money. Like,
Have you guys seen the image? Like, obviously, Oakland's current stadium looks fucking terrible. Have you guys seen the images before? What it used to look like?
No.
oh, when the owner actually put money into it.
No. But what I'm
And
saying
When it
is,
was a football stadium,
no, before it was a football stadium.
Oh,
because
no.
because if we remember,
was it
the
nice?
the Oakland Raiders were the Los Angeles Raiders before,
Right.
They were the LA, so they were in LA, and
They went to
Oakland,
Vegas.
their Coliseum literally, like, you know, that entire like center field like shittiness that's like at the top, that was all not there. So you actually saw like Oakland, like it was open
Do you
and it
wanna
was
see
nice.
Oakland?
No. What I'm saying is it was nice. Fucking Jesus Christ, man.
I'm
Like,
sorry, but it's
There
like
were too many stray bullets flying through center field. They had to close that off.
people were getting shot in the 500s.
Yeah, that's tough. You can't have that.
Fine. You know what? I'm just gonna
I will. You're probably right on it being a
Fucking
nicer stadium.
assholes, man.
I think this is the babiest move of all time, though. Like he goes,
Okay,
"Oh, we can't
here.
go on the water, so we're leaving."
Here. I'm gonna fucking put
This-
this. I'm putting it in the
Does
chat.
this remind you guys of any movie you've ever seen?
Oh yeah, it's the major league.
It's Major League.
It is
absolutely
it's Major
Major
League.
I hate it.
Jesus Aguilar is
I hate
totally
it so
Pedro Serrano.
much. The difference is
Didn't we go over this last
Ma-
game that last podcast that Jesus Aguilar isn't there anymore?
Is he not? No,
I
Jesus-
thought we
wait.
went over that. I thought
Jesus
you
He's
left?
still there. He's still
Brant,
there.
I thought you
Jesus
Googled the
is there.
roster and Jesus wasn't there.
Oh,
He
I
might
don't
be.
remember.
He might have been.
He's
He might
hurt.
have been. He might have been injured, but I know he was on the team. Like but
Jesus
yeah,
left.
There, I put in. Yeah, there's what it looked like before for you two.
Jesus returned. Oh, see, you know what? I don't. It also looks like Dodger Stadium a little bit, but
Yeah, like it
Looks like a
but
ballpark.
It looks
yeah,
like a ballpark,
I like that.
and not a fucking prison.
I'm not a huge fan of the fact that there's so much grass, but
Like it, but it doesn't look like a prison.
no,
Like-
you're right.
I don't know their owner's name, but he's a scumbag for this.
It's
Like
Dave.
this
I think it's Dave Cavill, like Caval.
fucking Dave,
scumbag.
get rid of him, man. Like, I don't.
So
I guess
How
this team
maddening
makes
is it
money.
going to
currently?
be when he goes to Vegas and just
And-
starts spending money?
just throws the cash.
It's
You
gonna
know
happen.
that's
Why would he?
genuinely, That has to
It's
be
gonna
a
happen.
part. Like I know it's not probably plausible. That has to be part of their agreement. They can't
Why
fucking-
would he
they
spend
can't-
money?
They can't move to Vegas and still fucking have a $40 million payroll. Like
Why would he spend money? He hasn't lost. He has no. He has no interest in making a baseball team.
he is.
This is
actually-
all this is making
know.
money, and he has made
He's a
money
scumbag.
every year.
Yeah, he's one of
He's
those.
a
no
scumbag.
reason.
The A's were one of the most profitable teams in the league last year. Like
He's a piece of shit.
I would love
Well,
to say
perfect.
he's
When
gonna
you
spend
spend
it eventually.
$20 million on payroll,
it's easy to make money doing that, and I think he'll just continue to do that. For what
I bet
reason would he
you-
spend
I
money?
bet you over 50% of their team is on like rookie deals, paying
Sure.
them less than $1 million.
Yeah.
oh, they are. Like
I
Absolutely.
bet you it's more than 50%.
I think
Mhm.
maybe the only person is like I think there's Peterson, Diaz, and like Fujinami and like Aguilar. Like
What's Fujinami
Mariano
getting though?
I
and
think
Kemp.
Fujinami's getting like 2 million, I think, which is still crazy.
I think
Like,
it's a bit more than that, but not much.
yeah, like I know Ledmus got like I think Jace Peterson got like 2 years, 6 million. Like
The highest base salary on their team right now is Ledmus Diaz at 6'5".
Like that's a joke.
that's
Jace Peterson.
disgusting.
That's a
Jace
joke.
fucking Peterson is number 2 at 4'5".
Like hockey pays way less, and that'd be a
The
joke
Oakland
on a
A's,
hockey team.
that's real shit. The Oakland A's are running off of a hockey salary. Like
Not even
Nate,
they probably wouldn't
Nate,
meet the floor.
Nate, you seriously underestimated their amount of guys on pre-arb deals.
Is it 70?
There are 6 guys that aren't on pre-arb deals.
That's disgusting.
that's
It's a 26-man roster, and there's 6 guys that aren't on pre-arb deals.
So it's Tony Kemp,
Tony Kemp.
Diaz.
Jesus Aguilar.
Yep.
Aledmus Diaz, Chase Pedersen,
Yep.
Ramon Laureano.
and Fujinami.
No,
Fuji-
Laureano's not on this right now because I don't know where he is, but
He must be
he's
hurt.
not
So
on.
then it's Fujinami and what the hell? Trevor May.
Trevor May is hurt too, so he's not gonna be-
It's not even Trevor May.
who did
So
what 5
Fujinami
did you say?
and I said Aguilar, Kemp.
Oh, I think I know who you're missing. Sorry.
Fujinami, Diaz, Peterson.
Yeah.
Oh, it's their like only starting pitcher.
No, he's a reliever.
Oh,
Crazy. They paid more than $1 million for a reliever.
yeah, I couldn't tell you who it is.
Is
Then.
it Acevedo?
No, J.R.E.'s familiar.
He's in the
Could
majors.
What is this? 2014?
I don't know. Feels like it.
And you know what?
Of everyone they could have had, they're paying him money.
Yeah.
Can't believe I'm saying this. The A's make the Arizona Coyotes look like a fucking reputable organization.
Honestly, though,
Like
they get more
The A's
people.
make everyone
that-
look like the best sports organization ever.
There's
Yeah.
more people showing up to the 2,500 seat arena than there are showing up to the fucking Oakland A's.
okay,
Oakland
so
Arena.
Brant, to your point, and to
Mhm.
like everyone's dismay,
Mhm.
in the last 10 years, Las Vegas, the city, has added the
Oh, it
A's,
sucks. I hate
the
it.
Aces,
Yeah.
the Raiders, the Desert Dogs. I don't know what that team is. The Golden Knights, the Pro Bowl, a Super Bowl, an NFL draft, a Final Four, a Formula One Grand Prix, and a college national playoff championship.
I get it. Vegas is cool, but I'm
like,
so tired of teams going there. I'm like, Nashville is so cool. Nashville is just like a hick version
Nashville's
of
there.
Vegas.
Montreal is still
Doesn't
there.
it doesn't matter
Yeah,
though.
Montreal.
It's different than expansion because it's all the owner. So it's wherever he wants to go.
That's
It
Yeah.
doesn't
stupid.
matter.
Stupid. You're telling me you can't make money in Nashville?
You're gonna make more money in Vegas.
I think you make more money in Nashville.
I don't think so.
You get more hicks. I think baseball's a white fan sport for the most part. There's
If
a
I'm
lot of
going to
white
Nashville-
people in
if I'm
Nashville.
going to Nashville, I'm not going to a sporting event.
Again, it's all about.
I'm
like,
going to
you go to-
Vegas.
No, you go to Nashville.
If you go to Vegas,
the
you have to
bars.
make your organization a show.
They will.
both of you.
They're
both of you,
already a show.
both of you.
They have possums. They're gonna bring the rally
A
possums.
shit show is not a show. That's different.
It is a show.
Both of you.
What were you going to say, Connor?
Big Daddy Cooch just got Aaron Judge looking.
Yeah, of course you did. We stopped it for that. That's fucking
Yes.
baby food. That's the most obvious thing of all time.
Okay, shut up,
Ace.
Grant.
Ace
Let me
status.
fucking-
Hey,
What
well,
Did you
I do.
also-
Hold on, before we get off.
No,
of
we're
that
gonna
game
keep
real
with the
quick.
A's because I have
No,
a
no, hold
picture.
on. Just real quick. Vladdy talked all that shit and then backed it up. I just wanted to say
Oh,
that.
and
we didn't
Vladdy
really.
also-
I didn't really
That
take
is-
that
that
in
is
until
true.
after.
That is
Also,
true.
we were recording during this, but I was looking at my phone. Vladdy doubled down on his Yankee quote from
Nice.
offseason. He's
Yeah.
like, he was like, it was something with my family, and it's like I'm never doing it. Even like
No, I love it.
something to do with my family and shit.
I
Like
love
that.
it so much. Thank you.
And
And
then
then he backs
so-
it up.
Then he backs it up and pimps a
Sweet.
fucking 420.
Wicked. Thank you, Vlad.
Okay, I don't know. You guys probably didn't see this, but did you see the mayor of Oakland talk about this?
No,
I can't imagine it's good.
I don't care that much anymore.
Sorry, it was a clip. I mean, there was two people that I saw. One of them was the Oakland mayor, and the other one, well, I get into it after I say what I. The mayor was basically like,
I did see Dallas Braden talk about
We're
it. He's
not
the
gonna
mayor,
be-
right?
basically, but the mayor was basically like, we're not gonna be like. They were like, someone asked the question of, do you think this relationship with the A's can still be fixed? She's like, we're not gonna be used as leverage.
No,
for
fuck 'em.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, and
See
but
ya.
yeah, also. Dude, Dallas Braden on Baseball is Dead. That was the toughest fucking 20 minutes I've had to watch. Like,
I didn't
Was it
watch
the
it,
last episode. I
but
haven't seen it yet.
it was the
Yeah.
last one.
He got super choked up.
It was bad. Like, and you know he still works for the A's. He can't
Yeah.
say anything.
No,
like
that sucks. I gotta see it.
he was
That
genuinely
is a behind the scenes conversation I would love to see.
yeah, like I would like he's that
I-
dude like when I think of the A's, I think
what's
of
his
Dallas
name again?
Braden.
He's so irrelevant. I can't think of his name. One of you guys said it. The owner.
The owner, Dave Caval,
Dave.
Fuck
like-
Dave Caval.
Yep.
like genuinely fuck him. Like this is a team. This
I-
team's won fucking World Series. Like
Dave?
They have the three best hitters. They had the three best hitters in baseball 2 years ago.
Arguably the most
of them are in
successful
Oakland,
baseball
one's a
movie
Blue
of all
Jay right
time.
now.
is
they
on
had
the
the,
A's.
at a point in
That
time.
movie is a fraud.
Sure, but it's arguably one of the most successful baseball movies of all time, and it's about the Oakland A's.
Yeah, it's all, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but
help
it's
that
about them doing this.
It's
Yeah,
about
I
how
understand.
cheap they fucking are. Which
Did that ruin the
which-
Oakland A's franchise? Like,
which
No, I think
honestly,
they're
do you want to
ruined
know
by
what's
that
fucking?
point.
You want to know what's hilarious? Apparently, like if you measure it with inflation, this A's team today is like
Hmm.
spending 20 million less than the Moneyball A's.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
Like, but
You know
I
why?
feel so bad
Because
for
they had
Oakland A's.
stars.
just think about like
Tim Hudson, Mark Mulder, Barry Zito, Miguel Tejada,
yeah,
Jermaine
you know,
Guy.
the guys that they
I
didn't
mean,
mention in the
Do I need
fucking
to? I
movie.
don't. Billy
Because they
Koch.
didn't mention
Do
in
you
the
want me to
movie
keep going?
at all.
Yeah.
but like they've continued to do that. Even like
Sorry for bursting your bubble.
3 years ago. We'll say
But they're
4
like a
years
really
ago.
Scott Hatterberg was not the best player on the Oakland A's in Moneyball.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
Scott- Yeah, dude, they had the MVP and he got maybe a word the entire fucking movie.
Was
like,
it 3 years
saw his
ago? They
back.
had Chappie,
Chappie-
Olson,
Chappie,
They
Olson,
traded them 2
Murphy.
years ago.
Marte, Murphy,
Marte.
21.
Dude, they're 21 lineup.
Manaya,
It's fucking-
Hendricks.
They're 20.
21.
We've done this every
21,
episode, but-
21 down the stretch. Remember that we went into Oakland. I think we were in Oakland and we took 3 or 4 or we swept them
Yeah,
in
they were-
like September and we
I
we
think
put
it
them
was-
out
They
because
were in a playoff
they were
spot.
ahead of
No,
us.
it was
they were
the,
ahead of
it
us.
was,
We ended their season.
What I think, no, we were at home. It was 3 at home because that was the Simeon walk-off.
I don't
that
know.
was-
Yeah, it was at home.
It was at home. But yeah,
Lourdes
Anyways,
hit the
can we
grand
get-
slam, and then
Can we get off this fucking team?
That team
I
was-
wanted to pull up this roster.
that was scary. Like,
No, it's honestly depressing to look at.
it was
Oh my
scary
god.
good.
2020. Let's just have some fun here. 2020. This was 3
Can I
years
go
ago.
around the infield?
you probably
Yeah, go
could.
for it.
Like,
Murphy, Olsen,
Murphy,
who
Olsen.
was 2? Kemp,
Tony
it
Kemp,
might have- Tony Kemp, and then
Marcus Semien, Matt
Marcus
Chapman.
Semien, Matt Chapman.
Your outfield is Mark Canna,
Not
Stephen Piscotty.
Cano was on the bench.
Oh, because they had
Cano
Marte.
was on the fucking
Marte.
bench.
No, it was in 20.
No
Are
Marte.
we talking 20 or 20?
No Marte?
2020. No
They had
Marte.
Laureano.
Laureano was in center.
Was it Pinder?
Nope.
They had Piscotty, right?
They did have Piscotty in right.
Who was in
You
left?
probably won't get the last one. But
Oh, it's Robbie Grossman.
it is Robbie Grossman.
Oh my god! And they had Jed Lowry on that team.
And
Tommy
their
LaStella's
rotation-
on the bench. Chad Pinder's on the bench. Jake Lamb's on the bench.
And
The
Seth
rotation
Brown.
was like
Bassett,
Chris-
Mania.
Chris Davis was still their
Montas.
DH.
Manaya, Montas. They had
Look at the
Irvin
rotation.
too. Or did he come up after?
Did they
I
have
feel like
Pete? They might have had Pete Blackburn too.
The
Like,
rotation was Chris Bassett, Mike Fires, Jesus Luzardo, Sean Manaya, Frankie Montas, Mike Miner.
and you had
had
Liam Hendricks.
And
Liam
still had
Hendricks,
Hendricks out the
Joaquim
pen.
Soria, Lou Trevino, Jake
Yeah.
Diekman, James Caprillion,
this is
Paul
the
Black.
fucking-
Paul
this
Blackburn
is-
was in their bullpen.
This is the year after they lost Trinant too.
I hate this team. so
And then in
much.
21, they lost Hendricks, and we're still like an 87 win team.
And they have no one to show for it.
Like we've been over.
They have no one.
We've been over this. Their best fucking pick, their best like guy that they got was Esteury Ruiz.
This is so funny. They have the top 12 players thing on Baseball Reference. All but
Oh, they're
2 of them
all
are wearing different hats.
hats. Yeah, it's
The
all
o-
but
there-
what,
one of
Tony
one
Kemp
of the
and-
2 that isn't is Yusmero Petit because he retired,
Oh.
and Ramon Laureano.
What about Tony Kemp?
He's not on the top 12 apparently.
That was
He wasn't.
pretty.
It wasn't a great year for him, I guess.
It was pretty
JB
cool when
Wendelken was a
was
.7.
pretty
Oh,
cool.
Wendelken
when
was solid too.
Pretty
Like-
cool when MLB released their like top player on each team and like them striking
Tony
like a
Kemp.
power pose, and it was Tony Kemp.
Mark Canna had a 1.64 on the bench.
In
Love it.
sad news, 98.3 off the bat, 30-degree launch angle, 354 feet fly out, expected batting average of 450. Kevin Biggioff to Miguel Herman.
Ah, damn.
He's
I thought you were gonna say
He's cheating. I thought you were gonna say who there?
he's
Cav?
cheating. He
Cav
is cheating.
cheating?
You're right.
Cav's got the
now he's
rosin?
got the
He's
rosin
probably got a
on his
corked
arm.
bat.
Yeah. Ah man.
Well, since we're on the topic of
no.
rosin,
He put the rosin on his arm. That's how he got Cav to have the deep fly out instead of taking him yard.
well, anyways,
Yeah.
rosin and
Yeah.
Phil Cuzzy and
Dan
Yeah,
Believe.
we
Max
brought it
Scherzer
up.
is suspended for 10 games and is not appealing.
Nope.
Well, what do you
wanna-
do? What are you gonna
Do you want to
appeal?
know why he's
No,
appealing?
did you hear? There's not an independent arbitrator.
No.
It's an MLB arbiter. Like,
Yes.
It's an MLB executive. It's an MLB assistant to the commissioner that hears your case.
What are you gonna do? There's no sense. I
You had
hate
an
this
MLB
so
official.
much.
So there's
There was
like
an MLB official in the tunnel watching him wash his hands and then reapply the rosin. Stop him if he put on too much friggin' rosin. Like just this is
I hate
this is a black mark on the sport because he's not using something else.
no, and his spin rates weren't even like drastic.
No. There's no reason for us to baby Domingo Herman of all fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, if Domingo Herman does something slightly wrong, give him the boot. There's no reason to give this guy a reason to
Okay.
stay.
My biggest, I'm not even trying to say that Max Scherzer's in the wrong, but like the biggest, I looked at the rules. It's however like rosin in itself
yeah, it's up to the
technically-
umpire's discretion.
technically not legal.
Oh,
Like
No,
Is-
it says no foreign substances
Hmm.
on the
Because-
baseball, and it does not exclude rosin, even though every
Rosin-
team has a rosin
long-
bag behind their mound.
it's but it's already like it's pre-approved by like both teams and the umps and all that stuff.
Okay.
But the thing is, the Herman and the Scherzer situation, they were both putting rosin on in the dugout.
Yeah, why is that a thing? I get the pitch clock is a thing, and like that takes up a bit of time, but
Mhm.
go grab the rosin bag, get back on the mound that you've taken up 2
Yeah.
seconds.
I'm not even going to sit here and argue that Max Scherzer shouldn't have been suspended
No,
because by
No,
rule
Herman
he
should
should
have
have been
been.
suspended.
And
The
then-
problem
Herman
is
should have
letting Domingo Herman carry on with his game like nothing happened.
and my thing is with Max Scherzer, like he could have been completely innocent
Maybe.
but his fucking comments after made him seem like he was a little shady. Like,
But like
I didn't see the quotes.
he got checked in the after the third, and they told him go wash your hands, they're too sticky. So he did.
he comes
Comes
back
out
out.
in the fourth, and he's like, honestly, how stupid would he have to be if
Yeah.
he just got told to switch his glove, wash his hands, and get rid of all the rosin, or like it was too sticky? How stupid do you have to be to then
reload
apply another sticky substance
And they do,
or
what-
whatever?
what-
Like I get him doing it with rosin. I don't know why he did in the dugout. I think that's stupid.
they checked him again, and his hand
They
was
checked him again.
I think Dan Bellino, he said like it was the stickiest thing stickiest hand he's ever felt. And doing this. Which is a little weird, but like it's a little weird. It's a little weird of statement, but like, and also apparently Dan Bellino and Phil Cuzzy, who both touched Max Scherzer's hand, the stuff that the rosin didn't come off of their hands for like 2 innings. Like,
yeah.
I'm
I'm sure he did something. I'm not denying that Max Scherzer wasn't cheating. I think he probably was.
no, and
I don't think he was cheating.
You also don't swear
by rule he was cheating.
By rule, but by rule, every pitcher's cheating if they're using rosin.
Yeah, Max
Sure.
Scherzer.
That's my point. Is I don't deny that Max Scherzer was cheating by the rules. However, if we're gonna call a legitimate Hall of Fame potential player, then why are we letting losers like Domingo Germán go?
I don't have a good answer for you, sir.
There isn't a good answer.
There isn't.
It makes no sense.
So I have a question for
Mhm.
you two that I heard, and I'm curious your opinions on it.
Okay.
Do you think Max Scherzer was making a point and did this intentionally?
I mean,
he's the head of, let me finish. He's the head of the PA, and he's been very outspoken, I think, about everything MLB's done. Do you think and also he's like maybe the biggest nut job hothead in baseball?
It would make sense.
Him and
do you think it was him going out there and being like, fuck you, Phil Cuzzy?
Hmm.
I don't know. I can see it. If there's anyone in the league to do it,
I could see it. Like, and plus the league, I think the league like doesn't like Max Scherzer, obviously because of the whole lockout. And he was like the most vocal fucking voice. Like he was the most vocal voice for the players in the lockout.
Yeah.
Like to like a dickish level. Even
the league probably would have not gone to the season if it was just Max Scherzer in the negotiating room.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was like the only one that was still saying no when they were coming to an agreement.
Yeah,
no,
like
there were more. It wasn't just him.
Was there? He was the big voice behind it.
He was the most vocal.
I think it was all of the heads.
Okay. They went to the rest of the group, and they all said, "Fuck off, we're going."
All the rest of the group was in.
Right.
Yeah.
Another thing though, like I think everyone said it since the sticky stuff conversation originally came up. This isn't what hitters care about.
No,
like they want pitchers to be able to grip the ball.
Yeah.
And everything.
They just don't want.
They don't want the spider tack and that bullshit and pine tar and guys getting extra nasty movement. Like this isn't what we're worried about. Like
I'd rather not get hit by 99. Ideally, if that's what it takes for you to not throw one at my head, sure.
I'd rather not be Josh Smith of the Rangers getting one off my face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if that's what it takes for you to not hit me, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing that's the most frustrating I find is like this isn't what guys are worried about. They're not worried about having too much rosin.
Yeah, no.
Like
now the problem is I don't know how you police what's what unless you're applying it as a league official.
So what I keep hearing is it's either Japan or Korea has a pre-tacked ball.
Yes.
But MLB is apparently way too far away from figuring this out. Like, go to Japan or Korea. Be like, what do you put on your ball? We want to do the same thing. I'm sure they'll tell you. Pay them for it. Who cares?
I've also heard that MLB is trying to come up, like they've been trying for years to figure out like their own like universal substance that isn't rosin. Which, aka, just go to Japan, like, please.
Sure.
Or just use rosin and sweat.
Like, yep. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the fact that this conversation has to happen. I also hate the fact that Trevor Bauer said this would happen like what was it, 3 years ago?
I'm not.
There's
I
an
don't wanna-
interview.
I'm not saying.
I don't like bringing him up or giving him any credit, but like he straight up said he did an interview when he was on the Dodgers, where it's a pretty known image now, but he had the ball that was like stuck
It was
to his
before
hand.
that. Because it was
Yeah.
when he was with Cleveland. He's like,
Well, there was one.
Yeah, no, I remember that one, but it was
Yeah.
before that. And he's like, I could jump my spin rate like 1,000 or
Yeah.
whatever, some stupid.
But even
RPM.
still, he did that with the Dodgers and said, "I have nothing illegal on me. This is just sweat and rosin." And eventually, someone's going to get pegged for
Didn't
this.
he show himself
Like
grabbing
loading it
rosin
up.
and then going through his hair?
Yeah. It's just like the fact that he mentioned that then, and no one's really done anything to try and make sure that you don't get suspended from it, kind of sucks. I don't like giving him credit, but he was right. Do
We
wanna
should
move
probably
on
just
from
move
this?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Oh yeah, we do. Before we get to Nate's mini rant about something that happened today, we had a bunch of injuries. Like,
Couple.
we're gonna start with Jacob deGrom. Went 4 no-hit innings against the Kansas City Royals, and then got pulled for what was deemed elbow. It was wrist.
No, wrist.
Precautionary
He had
reasons.
wrist soreness.
Yeah.
Precautionary reasons.
Yeah, and apparently it's not going to keep him out of his next start, so we'll
For now.
fucking see.
We've
see.
never heard that before though.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Jacob
There's never been
deGrom
precautionary
getting
reasons.
hurt is just not even news anymore.
It's in the bingo card, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's the free space in the bingo card.
Kind of like Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, Giancarlo. I don't know what he did. Was it his hip or was it something?
I knew what it was.
I feel like we talked about this last week. Oh, this is
We did.
hamstring. It was
We did.
6 weeks with a hammy.
Yeah. Oh, 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
They didn't have a timeline on it. when
He's
we talked
expected
about
to
it.
at least miss 6 weeks.
That's better than the next one didn't have a timeline.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
boy. I mean,
Feel bad for
Jeffrey-
him. I don't feel as
actually,
bad for the Rays.
wait. I mean,
Jeffrey Springs was dealing. This
Jeffrey
year.
Springs was-
Like, he looked so good.
Yeah.
So good. Also, major shot to my fantasy team. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
sad about that.
Jeffrey Springs got dropped in both of my fantasy.
We have like
yeah.
7 or 8 IL spots, so we're gonna stash him until he officially gets snipped.
Tommy John for Jeffrey Springs. We didn't really mention it.
Yeah,
Sucks.
he's out for the year. I think that's the second
Year and a
pitcher they've
half.
lost to Tommy John because they lost Shane Boz.
Who's the other one?
Boz
Oh,
get it
that was
this year.
before the season.
That was before the season. They
Ooh.
they
Forgot
lost
about
Shane
that.
Boz.
I didn't know
So
that.
Oh, but you've got
Taj Bradley.
Taj Bradley and like
Calvin
that-
Fleischmann-Erker.
Yeah,
You've got that
and Glass
like,
now coming
really,
back.
tall guy who looks kind of like Thor and,
And-
like should be a male model and,
And
just
Thompson.
Hasn't
hums.
pitched since. Oh, I guess he pitched last
He
year.
threw
really,
last
at the
year.
end of the
He
year.
threw. He threw.
Yeah.
He pitched a playoff game. He threw like.
Didn't he?
20
Didn't
okay.
he dice it up in the playoffs too?
Yeah, he threw. I think he only threw 5, but he threw 5 shutty. Like,
gave up like 2 hits.
yeah.
He can't pitch against the Jays though.
Yeah. Small thing.
not worried.
Carlos Rodon also, who got put on
Back.
the he got put on the IL originally at the
Mhm.
beginning of before the season even started for his forearm,
He's
and
gonna be
now
good, dude.
apparently he's having back issues. So his back has been locking up on him. Thought it was just
What is with the Yankees and just signing guys who have injury problems?
signing
Band-Aids,
and or
bro.
trading, like
Yeah.
because
Oh,
this thing
both. Just
because
get acquiring guys.
okay, well, we could start with Severino, who's just fucking injury ridden, but not a signing. But Montas, he's probably not going to pitch for the Yankees again.
Is he a free agent at the end of this year?
Yes, he is.
Love that for them.
I think Trevino is on the IL right now. Tommy Kahnle, who they brought
Mhm.
back, is on the IL. What else is his name? Scott Efros, who they brought from the Cubs.
Isn't Donaldson hurt?
He's out
Donaldson's
too.
hurt.
Donaldson's hurt too.
He's just irrelevant anyway.
Donaldson
so-
got pulled out of a rehab game, like in
Good for him.
like in Somerset. Like,
Hey, IKF's not hurt. He made a great catch yesterday.
yeah, but that you know that ball, what the catch probability on that ball was? 99%. And he fucking had to dive for it.
Kevin
Like,
Pillar.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Pillar made some great
Kevin-
plays on 99% catch probabilities.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Credit Kevin Pillar. I think he's in LA. Hope he's doing great.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's not a great person.
Hold up.
I'm just very glad he's not a Blue Jay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Nate, we can finally go into what you were heated about before the podcast started.
Yeah.
That happened today. So go ahead, explain your frustration.
Yan Gomes fucking sucks. Ex Blue Jay, but like Yan Gomes, go to hell.
I
Go to
Side
hell.
note, do you guys remember when JP Arancibia and Yan Gomes were like can be the Danny Jansen and Alejandro Kirk of the early 20s?
Yan Gomes could have been if we didn't get rid of him.
What did we
I'll
trade him
stand
for?
by
We
it.
traded him to Cleveland for like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but go ahead. Continue on why you're mad
Was
about Yan
he-
Gomes.
Anyways, so
Esmiel Rogers,
sure.
I think.
So
Sorry, carry on.
Drew Smiley, who even knew he was a major leaguer this year, anyways, he's like 7 innings into a perfect game against the Dodgers. Good for him. Little weak roller down the third baseline. Smiley goes to field it. Yan Gomes also coming out to field it. Decides we're playing football. And you're on the opposite team. I'm going to tackle you.
That was his best Aaron Donald
Just-
impression.
Like, right through him.
And no hitter gone, perfect game gone. Like, oh man.
Yan Gomes is a World Series champion.
If you haven't seen this clip, you gotta look it up because it's hilarious.
It's amazing. Like it's all
I
over.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything really like this, let alone to lose someone a perfect game. But
In
they
the
laughed
eighth.
about it afterwards.
Like in the
That's a
eighth
so-
inning.
tough one.
Oh yeah,
November 3rd,
Um,
2012. Blue Jays trade Yan Gomes and Micah Vilas for Esmiel Rogers.
Oh, I forgot we had Micah Vilas. Oh my god.
That's just
do you want to know what the Micah Vilas trade was? I'm 99% sure on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
We got him for John Farrell.
oh, you
Wait.
might be right.
Wait. As in the manager, John Farrell?
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Because
gave
he was
us
under
rights.
contract. He was under contract, and you can't in the Jays organization. You can't make a lateral move without permission or whatever. So the Red Sox are like, "We'll give you Micah Vilas for
Give
John
you
Farrell."
Micah Vilas. I mean,
You're right.
okay, at least the Cubs were able to
Am I
laugh
spot
about it.
on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we're
They
able
send
to
infielder Micah Vilas to the Blue Jays as compensation for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the Cubs were at least able to laugh about it because they actually smacked the Dodgers today 12.
Yeah, they won like 10-0 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
and,
dealing. That's too. That is too bad in all seriousness. But
yeah. And after the game, Yan Gomes wore a football helmet to talk to the media.
why did he need
Yan
it?
Gomes is a
You
great.
should have
guy.
given it to Drew Smiley.
Um,
He was fine tackling him. The guy who he tackled was what I'm worried about.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give you a stat line, and you're just gonna think on it. 72 innings, a
Huh?
1.75 ERA, 72 Ks, 23 walks, 42 hits, 4 home runs.
Yusei
is-
Kikuchi at the end of May.
That is Justin Steele, Marcus Stroman, and Drew Smiley combined this year.
Run that by me again.
Stroh's been dicing.
72 innings,
Mm.
a 1.75 ERA,
Stroh's got a .75 on his own. So that's
72 Ks, 23 walks, 42 hits allowed, and 4 home runs allowed.
42 and how many innings? Sorry.
So
In
that's
72.
Steele, Stroman, and who's the third one? Sorry.
Smiley.
Drew
Do we
Yes.
think this is sustainable?
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna go with
I
no.
don't.
But you want to know who I
Ugh,
think
hard
is sustainable?
no.
Do you want to know who I think is sustainable? 301, 381 on base, 943 OPS,
No.
5 home runs,
If you're
14
sticking with the same
RBI.
team, no.
17 million should have been fucking paid to him.
Cody Bellinger.
No,
Cody
that's
fucking
not
Bellinger.
happening. He's gonna fall off a cliff.
How's Dan's doing?
How Dan's? I can
Yeah.
check the score.
Dan's is hitting well. He doesn't have any power. He's
Let's check
just
the
under
score.
800 in his OPS.
Let's see. As
No,
of
but
right,
he's got like no dingers.
It's also
As
a
of-
Gold Glove defender.
after today's game, Dansby Swanson is 333, 446 on base, and an 823 OPS. No home runs, 5 RBI. Brant's favorite.
That is a bad slug
Yeah, it's bad.
on a 333. He's got a 400
Um,
slug.
Yeah, so here's where we're gonna Brant's favorite second baseman for the Chicago Cubs, Nico Horner. He's batting 365, 407 on base, and a 459 slugging.
Why do I have any stock in Nico Horner? Bad or good?
Because you remember the game that the Jays played against the Cubs and Nico Horner did like a foot first slide going to first and almost took out Vlad.
Oh, fuck Nico Horner.
What?
Can you guys tell me Esmil Rogers' total WAR in his time in Toronto?
0.7.
Yes. It's 0.1.
See, he had a full season in 2013 where he put up a 0.5.
Okay.
He was
then-
like he started part of that year.
Yeah. And then he had a half season in Toronto where he put up a negative 0.4. So he is a 0.1 in his career as a Toronto Blue Jay.
I thought he was with the Jays for longer than that.
On the money.
Year and a
All right.
half.
Okay. Before we get out of here, I got a question for you guys since we were talking about the Cubs.
20 games
The
started. Sorry.
Cubs, there's 3 teams I was going to ask you guys about and who you think can sustain it the most and potentially make the playoffs of these 3 teams. Cubs, Diamondbacks, Brewers.
Brant, you go.
Fuck. It's tough not to say the Brewers because the rotation's gross.
I don't think the Brewers should be in that conversation with the other two.
Okay, fine. Cubs or Diamondbacks because I feel
I think the
Brewers-
Cubs are a hell of a lot more sustainable than the Diamondbacks. I thought the Cubs were a little underrated coming into the season. The Diamondbacks are just young. I don't think you can. I just don't see the experience there to hold that out.
Going Diamondbacks. Behind the arm
But-
of Zach
yeah.
Gallen.
And
The arm.
and Yeah,
Um,
that's one every 5th game. So keep
Merrill.
going.
that,
Merrill
that,
Kelly,
yeah, that guy, Merrill Kelly. I forgot his name.
Dre Jameson,
The
Brandon
spirit of
Who would have thought we
Madison
forgot about Dre?
Bumgarner.
Brandon Fott. He's a
The
prospect.
spirit of Madison
fought, really.
Bumgarner.
You really
Hey,
fought.
It's spelled like PFAADT. It's fucking weird. man.
Fat?
Fat, fad, fadot,
Gotta be
fatid.
fat.
Like
But like, what
Corbin
is
Carroll,
what does Chicago have really that's like
Offense.
that great in their in the rotation?
Oh, rotation
as
stinks.
of right now,
Marcus
like-
Stroman, maybe.
It's Justin Steele, Stroman, Drew Smiley, Wisniewski. Is it Wisniewski?
I think Steele and Stroman can continue to be good.
Yes.
Maybe great. Not what they're
They're
currently
both
doing
gonna
now.
regress.
Drew
to, like,
Smiley continuing to do
if they
this?
have if they both have a 3.5, that's a good year for them.
Also,
Sure.
Shout out
Yeah.
Patrick Wisdom, tied with Pete Alonso for most home runs in
Mhm.
the NL.
Patty Wisdom goes on
I
some
think-
streaks, man.
Man, that D-backs team though, they're gonna be just so much fun all year. They're so fast. They're running all over everyone.
They're like 3rd guy off the bench is Kyle Lewis. Like
That's nuts.
Their outfield is insane.
it's
They're young.
It's like
I think they're
it's
gonna
Jake
be
McCarthy,
unreal.
Corbin Carroll, and I forget who the
Alec
other
Thomas.
one is. Yes.
And then they also
And
have Lourdes
there's
and
another
Kyle
one.
Lewis.
No, there's another young guy too.
Oh my god.
And then they've got
What's his
I'm blanking on everyone's name. Who's
Long-
the first baseman?
Christian
Walker.
They have
third.
Gabby
Gabby.
Gabby's hitting well.
Lourdes.
Ketel Marte
Um,
is still there. Lourdes.
Yeah, Cattell, Nick Ahmed.
Look
hit
on
a-
Nick Ahmed. I know they
hit
also
a
have
double off the
Carson
dirt.
Kelly's hurt, but
They also have a young shortstop Perdomo. Like
They have
and
a
that's
guy
not
named-
even
Nick Ahmed hit a double off a ball that bounced.
yeah.
They've got a guy
and
named
this
Pavin.
Pavin Smith. I do
Pavin Smith.
And they
Ketel
also
Marte.
Josh Rojas. He's also very good. And that's not even to mention
Longo.
that they have Jordan Lawler and Drew Jones coming up the pipeline. Like
We didn't even
Also-
talk about Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte.
Also, pull up Longo stats. Apparently, he's been like really solid the past few years.
He
Like
just does his thing. He's got a 906 OPS
Not-
this year in 33
not the
at-bats.
player he was with Tampa anymore. He
No.
was not with San Francisco, but he's still like a dude that you don't want to face.
yeah.
He hit 260 a couple years ago. 482, 833 OPS 2 years ago. Still pretty good for an ancient old man who's played the better part of his career. I'm trying to find fucking.
Do you think
MLB.com
he
statistics.
could be a Larry Walker and hang out on a Hall of Fame ballot for like 10 years and sneak in? think he's good
Does
enough
he
for that.
have the like?
Didn't win.
Does he have the hardware? Not even just winning. Does he have like individual?
No.
I don't think winning's it. Like Larry didn't win.
Well, I mean, like
No.
Larry had like
Didn't-
silver sluggers and stuff like that too.
He's an
He have an
MVP too.
MVP, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Evan Longoria, yeah,
Elo does not.
rookie of the year, 3-time
No.
All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove, and a 1-time Silver Slugger. Who
Three-time
was in
Gold
the
Glove?
AL when he was here? If I'm blanking, like
All the Yankees.
Oh, A-Rod.
A-Rod, Mike
Um,
Lowell. Who was this third baseman for the Orioles too? Mora.
Machado was there for
Eric Chavez.
Machado was there for a little bit too. Like
Frank
in the early
Thomas.
years.
Eric Chavez. Yeah, he played a lot of third base.
Yeah,
Didn't he
Brand.
come and play
Yeah,
third base for a
I
couple
remember.
No,
I
it's
remember
Brand.
that too.
Holy
I remember
shit.
that too.
Didn't he come play a couple of games at third? Scott
Oh.
Rowland,
Prince Fielder.
Yeah,
Prince
you know
fielder.
Miguel Cabrera. Technically.
Yeah.
Like,
Miggy probably
Miggy was a
honestly
third
won
baseman in his time.
2 or 3
Yeah.
away from him
yeah.
when you had Prince, Miggy, and Vimar on a team.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's so
And
brutal.
fact that that
Miggy
team-
was the most athletic.
The fact that
That's
team didn't
so
win a World Series is fucking terrifying. Like
I we had tickets. I would have been young. It was the year they had that unreal rotation. They had all those guys in the lineup, and
they had
were
all those guys that
playing-
eventually won the Cy
It
Young.
was the year. It was the year they lost to the Red Sox in the ALCS. We had tickets in the 500s, and the game got rained out, and was to be replayed the next day. And there were like 4 of us that went down. Me and like my old man and some other family friends, I think it was. And they had to go home, so we all had driven down together. So we did not stay for the game, and we went home. Yeah.
What's his name? Miggy played third in 2012 and 13.
Yeah, because because they brought in Prince.
Was
Yeah, Prince and Vimar.
Elo was still a Ray at that point.
Yeah, he didn't leave until like
That was like
Yeah.
his prime.
Well, and then you also had A-Rod, you had like
Yeah.
Eric Chavez, underrated career in Oakland.
you had Blue Jays legend
Third baseman's
Troy
always been,
Gloss.
You had third base Edwin Encarnacion.
Oh, he was not good.
Scott
E5
Rowland
Edwin?
for
I skipped
Scott
Scott
Rowland,
Rowland.
yeah, like,
I said
it's-
Scott Rowland.
It's a lot. Like it's a lot. We realize this.
third base is always deep, man.
The beginning or like the end of his time in Tampa, but the beginning of Manny Machado at third. That didn't
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. So
I think
story.
he's
Lot.
got an interesting case. I don't think he makes it, but I think he's a guy that probably hangs out on the ballot for like 10 years.
I mean, hold up, wait a minute. Career 58.6 WAR. Fuck you, Harold Baines.
That's close, isn't it? Like to like, isn't that close to like the barometer? Isn't it like right around 60? Is
Yeah.
like you're kind of a dude.
He's finished top 10 in MVP 3 times. Did you say that, Connor? I don't know if you mentioned that.
How
I
high?
did not mention that.
He finished 6th once and 6th twice and 10th once. He finished 11 once.
I don't think he's got the
19th
stats,
once,
but
or 19 twice.
does he have any
sorry.
gold gloves?
He has 3
He
gold
has a-
gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1 silver slugger, the rookie of the year. He's a career 266, 334, 473. Got a career 807 OPS. 333 homers.
So in the history of baseball,
Doesn't do it. He doesn't have the
1,893 hits.
Doesn't
Like,
have
he
the-
just-
wow. For reference, Evan
Mhm.
Longoria's 58.6 WAR, the exact same as I was a Dominican dude that is now white and almost
Sammy
broke a home
Sosa?
run record. Sammy Sosa.
He was very irrelevant for like
A
the
long time.
whole
He
start of his
has-
career until he found out that needles could go up his ass.
also didn't play a prime defense position.
I mean, it's pretty good. It was right field, wasn't
he wasn't.
Are you picking up a lot of?
I don't.
Are you picking up a lot of war? I genuinely don't know. Are you picking up a lot of war as an outfielder or as a
don't
right
Yeah.
fielder?
know.
As a right
Yeah.
fielder, center field I know because like Trout gets a lot based on.
You're not
being a
picking up
center
like
fielder.
you're not killing your. You're not DH levels of like
No.
tanking your.
No, but like I remember looking it up or hearing somebody talk about it. Like Carlos Delgado and Scott Rowland. Over his career, I think Delgado amassed it's 10 to 15 less WAR total, just because he played first base and Roland played third. Not dependent on
Stats. Just
stats, like defensive stats at all, just because Roland played third.
it's fucking.
And like Delgado has like 10 less WAR than Roland.
That's
Oh god.
Are we out
Make
of stuff?
Delgado a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think we're out of here.
That might just
Fucking-
be Nate's thing for the rest
Yeah.
of time.
we
Um,
got
it
the
is.
Kevin Biggio guy, we got the Yusei Kikuchi guy, and then we have the Carlos
Oh,
Delgado.
it's
the
funny
greatest
that
Blue Jays
yours
hitter of all
are
time.
left and right because we're all on top of each other for mine. And
I'm on-
you're
Oh,
pointing
you're on
at
the
like
bottom, Connor.
black lines right now.
And you're also on the bottom, Connor.
Yeah.
Oh well, on my screen it's okay, fine. I don't know, it looks
Ugh.
stupid, but yeah, I think that's gonna.
Big Daddy gave up
because
a
we did just
big-
go on a.
Big Daddy gave up
No,
a homer. I don't know. If
He
you
gave up a
mentioned
homer, but I was about to say
Yeah,
this.
we didn't talk
It
about
was
it. Fuck this
four
hole, though.
4 of 30 ballparks. That's a home run.
Oh, that's not a homer. Whatever. Show some respect to the fucking
Yeah.
king.
Also,
thank you.
guys, it's the 21st, and what a dong is still a thing.
That's wicked. I love it.
Fuck your check marks.
It's currently 2-1 Jays in the bottom of the third. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, well,
We will catch you early next week.
Go
That's
Jays,
it.
go.
go.
Go Cooch.